Dragonflame.
Ek weet wat gaan gebeur as ek vir Tydo inspuit natuurlijk.
Nee, wat?
Just quickly, please. Just keep it quiet. Line up. Wolf Mother ZA was laying down for quite a bit before anyone recognized or made the call to say there's a man down. Okay, this is where the communications battle buddy system really comes to play. If you don't constantly check in, it doesn't have to be constant obviously, but you have to check in at some point. And I think 2 people actually ran over him without realizing it. There's a situational awareness.
From the loadout, it's pretty easy. You said what's the model of the red dot?
Leopold LCO.
Gotcha.
Moet ons daai spesifieke red dot hê?
No, it's just, it's the best looking, best sight picture for the red dot. That's a holographic you've got there.
Like, it is pink.
He just likes pink, I think.
Hulle kan my nie tot vertrou nie.
I like shop.
Dankie. Hulle is net jaloers.
Dit is 'n holographic, jy moet 'n red dot vat.
Dis om jou rooi bloed weg te steek man, wees eerlik.
Daar's 'n rooi kolletjie op die fucking
Ja, gaan so lank line op, dis klaar.
en dis 'n kolletjie van my.
I'm just quickly...
Jamie.
Look at Jamie!
Jesus Christ, what's going on?
Bucks, jy moet niks op die vloer los hê. Jy moet dit in die armory sit.
Gaan dit nou nie armory sit op net maar nou dat ek op
Moet ek my goed drop vir jou of het jy die loadout?
Nee, ek het nie nou dat jy sal my drop.
Ok, kom gooi een kant toe.
Gaan met ons mense ons klop.
Het ons wel mense. Nee, sal hulle maar moer met die vraag.
Dit gaan val op.
Nou.
Wat is dit dan nog?
Ons nog eens 'n admin op nie.
Hallo, Botsie.
Timbo, ek sien jy het nie 'n plate carrier nie.
Jy kan nie klaar nie.
Yeah, they said wear what we wore on the number 2 last week, so I'm just wearing what we wore.
Oh, ek het nie laasweek sien.
Van dit.
Ja, lekker bro.
Jamie,
Nou, sê man.
you've got the wrong rifle.
Lekker to be back in a boot camp.
Achterlawa nie. Maar spyt jy on met veel goed.
Wat was jou storie
M27
van
rifle.
Wat?
Wat was jou storie? Ja, ek bom almal nou.
Jy Sally.
This is just
Yes, is baie mense name wat ek nie herken nie, jong.
Dit bestaan nie by die aanspan.
Nee, jy like my in die gat uit 'n bos uitskiet.
Jou naam lyk bekend, Papa Toxic. Jamie,
Ja, sy het
Kenna,
mense doodskiet.
Rambo en Bucks.
JP. Tipo, hierdie kant.
Jy is in die middel van 'n lyn hoor.
Hy lyk so simpel.
My dogtertjie hardloop op my mannetjie rond.
O,
Be right back.
Ja, hey man.
Bucks, just remember to put away that M16
Kan
rifle.
voor staan. Roger.
Nou, hoekom kry hulle so snaakse ordentlike kits op CI1 en 2? Ons moes basies half kaal gehardloop het.
Kom voor hem toe.
Wat het gehad? Dis so.
Jamie, back here.
What?
I have dropped you a sight here. Put that sight on your rifle.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sitting in front of the choir here, right? Oh, that's a grenade. Let's put that away.
Johan, gaan julle daai PvP event join die naweek?
Nou, ja.
Here comes
Wanneer
Tenant Banger.
Sondag.
Kom staan hier so.
Waar is jou chopperkie?
Are you managing?
Hy wil nie.
Nou vertrou ek jou nie.
Hè? Aksies speel.
Hey Bravo, jy die verkeerde helmet. Jay Bravo, you have the wrong helmet.
Ja.
Wacht net.
Wolfmother.
And you're missing a few other stuff. Oh, sorry, Wolf Mother, yes. Sorry, your name is sitting like in such a position that both of you looks the same.
Ja, maar Lucas.
Wat is die plek aan voor? Jy kan vorentoe gaan as jy wil.
Wat wil jy nie voor staan nie, JB?
Net so fucking vra hulle my eers om weer iets te doen. Nou maak ek my naam op.
Maar nou wil ek nie meer voor wees nie. Hey Kopper, hier's 'n plekkie voor vir jou.
Papa en dit is ons al goed, joh.
Waar is hy?
Netty.
Where?
Lekker.
Reg, ek is nie bang nie.
Dat jy nie agtertoe hardloop nie, dat jy moet voor wees.
My probleem is die Engel.
Dis ons gaan nou al laat vanaand.
Ai, Beertjie, kom staan net agter my.
Waar is jou chopper? Ek het verwag
Maar
om
nou
'n
voor te vat.
ontploffing al
Ja, ek ook. Ek het net gekyk hoe lank gaan jy vat om af te volg.
Ek kry nie.
vol kolie.
Ja, glad nie.
Net chicken breast and egg whites, papa. Ja nee, kyk ek sou kom in die mengels ook ouens, ja.
Ja.
As jy gaan net jy skoon nou registreer hier die vrystaat se brein nie lekker.
Ja.
Ja nee, kyk hy doen nie.
Ja. Ons is 14.
For I tells you now, I are crouch here in grass.
Ek kan my kitten, ja.
Sexy lava.
Ek's altyd so. Nee, gaan kakkie, jy wil nou weer kak in jou. Dis my.
Generaal, kom jou dogter
Dit is
al.
net soos 'n swapo.
Nou skiet my.
Bad Nate.
Kan nie vir jou kwaad wees.
Vanaand per ongeluk skiet vra ek nou verskoning, hoor.
As Dr. Sam Najoma nou vir julle kon sien.
Hoe lyk hy?
So.
So baie trots gewees.
Maar net my van Rensburg maniere wat uiterlik wys.
Ooh.
Ja. Ek praat mos nie so van 'n prentjie.
Okay, sorry, is net my depree maniere wat uiterlik wys.
Daar's hy. Ek stem saam.
Ja, 'n kopper wil op hy cone sit.
Dan seker vir hom lekker raak.
Wat maak so?
Ek dink daar is van hierdie army greasy naby.
Hallo. Hierdie verkeerde kit daar aan.
Wat is die kief wat ek die vorige CI ding gehad het?
Ja, ons het reg. Is die M27, hè?
En die verkeerde helmet aan.
Verkeerde helmet net.
Ek kom drop jou shit
Tyd
vir my,
geniet
dan vat ek al
dit,
jou
ja.
goeders.
Ja nee. Dit is 'n element.
Yep.
Maar soos in Sondag voordat ons begin speel het, dus daar tot van die leiers daar gehuil van hulle wou eintlik vir fyn gehad het.
Dis goed.
Dis 'n goeie ding. Die teken hy staan mooi uit.
Hey, wil jy ID vir my wys?
Daan Timbo.
Hierdie Lexus is Jap.
Lekker, lekker.
Dis is 'n wat?
Ja, klaar.
Ek is 'n Jap. Ek het my reis, is trots oor my reis.
O, dis Beertjie wat dit doen.
Moet nou nie die ander manne wees.
Nee,
Ek dacht, dis hy.
Ek het nou vir die beide die eerste keer dit gedoen.
As
Ek
ek
het net
voor
kom
my staan dan
vir
kom.
massage.
Dragon, can you feel this?
As jy kom massage. Ek kom laat, ek kom boys.
Yes,
Professional.
kyk, cool.
Nee, om sergeant is bang oor.
Chips.
Ek kom vir die mure skiet, oor die mure skiet. Klap met lava.
Maar ek het nie eens gehoor wat jy gesê het nie, so ek sukkel om my geweer weg te sit.
Ek dog nie oor die
Evening.
mure skiet.
Nee.
Evening.
Evening staff.
2, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. Hey, you've divided yourself almost evenly. There's a four-man file here in front of me.
Dis is 14. So ons kom ry van 7 gaan.
Okay, quickly, who of you guys have done CLS before? Just stand up.
O, fuck, het hulle dan gefail
Okay,
of
just you two. Okay, great stuff. Then at least you're not going to waste too much time or waste everyone's time basically, or too many people's time with doing it again. Basically for tonight we're going to cover 2 parts and introduce basically the medical system or the medic system to you guys who haven't yet joined the CLS courses or the combat medic courses. We're going to deal with that with the first half of the course, and then we're going to try and implement it in a simulated activity or simulated drill that could happen in basically in game or in the Milsim, so that we appropriately react to someone getting injured or downed or something in that line. So as an introduction, everyone here should be aware at this stage, if you reach this far, that we are not using the vanilla medic system. We are using the ACE medical prototype, which means there are more bleeds, more injuries, more types of injuries, medication that can be administered, that kind of thing. Is there anyone who didn't know that? Good, I thought so. So basically, with a combat medic being introduced into our ranks, it means that in some cases, people would now be limited in terms of the meds that they can carry. So if you're private or lance corporal and you haven't done the CLS, then you would only be allowed to carry bandages and tourniquets. For guys who have CLS, like you will have all tonight, so you actually get a freebie for night, so it's a 2-for-1. You get your CI3 plus you get your CLS course sorted tonight. Then you're allowed to attend to injured with morphine and with naloxone in case of overdose. You still have your tourniquets and your bandages, and you are trained to perform CPR. Okay, so if in most cases or in some cases you would be able to resuscitate that person, it's obviously more effective to do so with the use of meds, but it's not a necessity. So for you guys, it will basically be to keep the person alive long enough until a combat medic can come attend, who will have the full kit, the medikit with all the medicines and all the techniques to keep someone or to resuscitate someone and heal them to partial or full health. So in terms of the doctrine, you all remember what doctrine is, right? It's the what we want to achieve, is not necessarily the how. So what we want to achieve basically, or the doctrine that going forward for combat or the medics in general, or the response to injuries in general, is that we want to treat the injured soldier or the casualty at the place of injury. So immediate care, so that he can then be medevaced to a place of healing. So in our case, a medevac would be either by a vehicle or ambulance or helicopter to another station further back in the line, behind the actual front, so that the person can be healed to full health. Something else we'll be introducing is basically the concept of being combat effective or not combat, or combat ineffective. It's basically if you can not stay with your group during an assault or a maneuver or something, then you're combat ineffective. So in essence, what it means is if you have broken legs and you can't move fast enough, you need to be medevaced, and you will be told to go back to the hospital to get fixed. Okay, it's not going to be the case wherever you are that an ambulance can come to you, especially with the way the Molsum is going or heading currently, where there's dynamic, or the scenario is a bit more dynamic, or the campaign is a bit more dynamic. We have limited resources. So if for example, we send an ambulance to rescue JP Nodia, and the ambulance gets blown up, then no one has an ambulance for the rest of that campaign, which will be like a big loss or big negative thing for us going forward. So the assets will be protected, and you would probably be taken to an ambulance rather than the ambulance coming to you, if that makes sense. So the role of a CLS, just to summarize, is to be the first responder in the event of a casualty in the field. Okay, you will be treating patients under or in the line of fire or under fire. You would ensure your safety and theirs, and then take them to a place of safety where they can be treated or stabilized, at least to the point where a combat medic can come and assist. Okay. From there, the combat medic you can hand over or you can assist. A combat medic might ask you to assist further if there are multiple casualties, or they can take over completely and arrange for the medevac. As a CLS, your next step in training would basically be combat medic. And then the senior role to that would be the senior medic, who would basically be in charge of the medical facilities and the logistics around getting medevacs done and so forth. All of these things are in the works currently, in development, and will be implemented as we gain in knowledge and training and ability, and also numbers, obviously. For now, there might not be enough people to run around as medics, but we will get there at some point. Okay. Any questions so far?
Hi Noxy, thanks for the ride. Really appreciate it.
Guys, let's quickly review what you've done in CI 1 and 2 so you make sure you understand what's required of you today. Alright? This is combat infantry training with a medical element to it. So, the first thing that you concentrate on today is being a combat infantryman. So all of the work that we've done with you on tactical movement, firing stances, working in pairs, you need to know who your battle buddy is, thinking about working in formations, that all comes first before you start thinking about casualties, okay? You are not all going to gather around people and go, oh dear, what are we going to do now, with your thumbs up your arses and create more casualties. You're going to fight and move tactically and destroy the enemy and suppress the enemy first and foremost, and then we're going to deal with casualties, because your role is to achieve the objective and destroy the enemy before you start worrying about everything else. Is that clear?
Yes, Roger that.
Good stuff.
Roger.
Okay. The first rule of first aid is do not become a casualty yourself. If there is a casualty in front of you and you wander over there to see what's happening and become a second casualty, then you've screwed all of us. Okay? If you lose 2 men in an 8-man section, you are pretty much combat ineffective. If you lose another man, that section needs to be withdrawn or passed through by another section in order to achieve a task. So, fight first, first aid second. Roger?
Roger stuff.
Roger.
Okay, right. So I quickly sent 2 images in the Molsum info channel. Do you guys all have access to the Molsum info channel, right?
Yes.
If you can have a look there quickly now, we're basically going to discuss the 3 meds that I just posted. We're going to talk about vitals, so vital signs, and we're going to talk about CPR. So we're going to do a bit of discussion about drugs, in this case, or medication rather, and we're going to then move into the CPR procedures and resuscitations and so forth. So as Staff Mango just mentioned, the first priority is safety. Safety would be the thing that's your number one in your terms on your steps. Step one is ensure that the scene or scenario or the area is safe for you to treat the person. If not so, make it safe if possible. Okay, and how do we make it safe in this case? We do it by getting fire, or how do you say it, with overwhelming firepower. So we have to achieve fire superiority in order for us to do any movement to extract that person that is injured. Okay, self-medication is a thing as well in terms of the tactical aspect. So we'd rather have you treat yourself. You're not going to get shot in the leg, have a bleed, and use like, I need a medic. You treat yourself and get yourself back into the fight. We are specifically now talking if someone is unconscious and unable to help themselves, and we need to extract that person from a dangerous situation, right? Because ultimately, again, it's better to have him extracted. We slow down our pace a little bit than having that person die and respawn for an excessive amount of time. Currently, our respawn point of time is at 2 minutes. It might even be longer at some point to 5 minutes. And no one wants to sit and be dead for 5 minutes. And then you respawn at main base and you have to get back to the front line somehow. So our priority is to keep this person in the fight and to keep our numbers in so that our squad does get rotated out. So we really need to take care of the person next to you. We're trying to longevity and survival is important for us. So slowing down, using the tactics that you've been taught so far in CI1, CI2, never move if you're not covered by fire, that kind of thing, right? So be safe. Then you have to respond to the casualty in terms of creating concealment, moving away if you can't be treated there. We create concealment by the use of smoke. So tactical use of smoke in this case. I don't know if you ever heard that tactical smoke is a thing, but in this case it is. And then treating the person according to the injuries, right? So we're talking about trauma care. And the trauma care we would basically deal with as soon as we've discussed the medication that's available to us. So if you look at your image, the first one that I've sent, there's basically 3 things that we need to discuss. Ammonium carbonate, the morphine injector, and the naloxone. Okay. Do any of you guys know what's the lethal dose or the overdose dose for morphine? Bravo.
2 shots morphine.
4. If you read on the table, it says 3.8. So anything more than 3.8 will be considered a lethal. So LD 50 lethal dose for 50% of the people. How is it lethal in this case? Morphine basically lowers your heart rate and your blood pressure, and you will go into cardiac arrest. If you look at the second image that I posted, is basically the vital signs. So what range your vital signs should be in for you to be okay, basically. So stable is obviously the perfect health. You have a heart rate of 80. Your blood pressure is 120 or 80 over 120. That kind of thing. So if you look at the bottom of the table, as soon as your heart rate goes below 40, you're at risk of cardiac arrest. If your blood pressure drops between lower than 40, well, here it says 50, 51 over 34, then you're at risk of going into cardiac arrest. So we'd rather prevent someone going into cardiac arrest because then it takes time to get him up, right? And that one person is then out of the fight. As a CLS, it's basically you would take up that responsibility in your fire team, in your section. Hopefully there's typically more than one, if possible. So we ideally want one per fire team. If there are more, great. And then possibly a medic attached to your psych section as well, or there's a medic in the rear as support to aid you once there's a need. But basically as a CLS, you would need to be able to treat your fellow squad mates when they go down. So on the higher end, 220. So if your heart rate goes over 220, you're at risk of cardiac arrest. And if it goes and your blood pressure goes 284 over 189, basically if you exceed that, you're at risk of cardiac arrest. Okay. if you get shot, if you get injured, your body might the reaction to pain could be that you go to shock, and that could cause elevated heart rate. I haven't seen that is the case yet, so I haven't really seen the need for morphine, but this is what morphine would be used for, is to prevent you or your body going into shock, right? So the standard SOP currently is that we do not inject more than 2 morphines. If we said the overdose limit is 3.8, why am I saying that we shouldn't inject more than 2? Does anyone have a clue?
It affects the blood pressure.
It does affect blood pressure, but it's not a lethal dose, so technically you should be fine if you were healthy. What happens when you get shot is you tend to lose your life juice. That red stuff comes out, and you have less of it, and you're more likely to overdose. So it could be, if you lost a little bit of blood, you got a class 2 hemorrhage. Let me put that as well now, the blood thing. Let me try and keep talking while I do that. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roger.
Okay, awesome. So typically what happens is if you have like a class 2, class 3 hemorrhage and you take 1 morphine or even 2 morphine, you can still pass out. It might not then lead to a cardiac arrest, but you will be knocked out and knocked down for a while. And it doesn't help you're laying on the ground with and not shooting back at the enemy at that point, right? So I don't recommend treating someone with morphine. The only benefit I can see so far is the fact that that white flashing tunnel vision goes away and you have a little bit more situational awareness. You can look around, you can target properly and so forth. But otherwise I wouldn't recommend like actually administering it or using it yourself. Let me check, where's the blood volume thing?
Stuff.
Yes.
Apologies. I'm not getting any of these posts that you bring onto the Discord.
It's in the Molsum info channel. If you look under Molsum.
I've got Molsum orders, intel, and squads. I don't have any info.
Yeah, Copper, ask Ty Flyby Riot to add you into that Discord, please.
Roger.
Okay, here, let me forward this to you guys. Okay, and I'll forward the resuscitation procedures quickly after. Okay, so everyone knows what is the counter for overdose of morphine, right?
Oh.
No. So the purple or the blue injector, the naloxone, that would immediately counter any amount of morphine that you've injected. And you will basically come to. You might still need a smelling salt, or very likely need a smelling salt, so the ammonium carbonate, which will basically give you a kick in the nose and get you up. But if you are knocked down, something that you would have to check is if the person is laying down. At some point you will look at his injuries and you'll realize if he's taken morphine or not, and it can be very likely that he's down because of the morphine and not because of some blood loss or something else. Obviously you can look at the hemorrhage as well. So symptoms or not symptoms, vitals that we do look for is basically blood volume. So what kind of hemorrhage, at least for us, it's showing. I mean, we have the visual aid of the UE, of the user interface, to tell us, okay, you have some blood loss, you have bleed somewhere in your body, you are in pain, or you have a major injury or minor injury, that kind of thing, which you typically won't be able to see, but you would have some patient interaction to get those symptoms, right? So
everybody knows how to check injuries, don't you? When you get a casualty, yeah, and you're with someone who can use the interface to say check injuries, that will give you all of this information. Does anybody not know that? Okay, good.
We're a clever bunch of people here tonight. Okay, so we have all of that information available to us, and what we are concerned about is, first and foremost, once you've started attending to someone, is to stop all bleeds. So step 1 would be, what's the first rule?
Make sure it's safe.
First.
Safety first. Okay? If it's not safe, make it so. Then you attend to bleeds. Okay, so hemorrhaging. So you want, or the circulation part of it. You want to make sure that the person is not bleeding and that his heart rate or heart is pumping, basically. You would identify bleeds in 2 ways or 3 ways possibly in the game mechanics. Basically, you can look at the body inspect the body basically and see visually where it's red and bloody. That indicates a bleed. You can hold a bandage in your hand and you can scan over the person's body and you can see where to apply a bandage. And you can look at his chest or his stomach just below the chest. And then look at injuries and it will tell you if there's a bleed. So in some cases you can't see there's one, but the check injuries will tell you there's one somewhere. I believe if you, I don't know on console and other platforms, the consoles, if you, on PC, if you press your Alt button, then it shows you all the interaction places. It will show you red spots like the red hand instead of a white hand. Does anyone know on console what to do? A 3 look basically, I think.
Yeah, it's a 3 look button.
Yeah, that's R1 if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, we'll cover that as soon as we go into the practical part of the resuscitation process. We can quickly see if that works for everyone, but that's also another tool we can easily identify without having to scan the whole body. Swiftness or speed is key, obviously. If you can prevent blood loss, that he might not go into cardiac arrest and he will get up on his feet quicker. He'll use less saline, etc. So that's why we prioritize that, obviously, but also so he doesn't die. But the quicker you are able to stop the bleeds, the quicker you can get back in the fight. For stopping bleeds, we use 2 devices or 2 items, if you want. We have bandages, we have tourniquets. Which sequence will we apply those?
A tourniquet first.
Tourniquet bandages.
Okay, yeah. Tourniquet on the limbs. It can go around the neck as well if you want. Try it. But tourniquet the limbs and then stop the bleeds on the stomach and torso and head and then come back to the limbs. Basically what you've done is effectively not stop the bleeding, slow it down so that you can come back and basically treat it later, because in some cases you all know that it's not one bandage per wound, right? In some cases, if it's a heavy bleed or something, it can take up to 3 bandages. So going forward, also we're going to carry quite a bit of bandages on us and a sufficient number of tourniquets. So the priority would be safety, stop the bleeds, look at the circulation, so see if the person is conscious or, well, he's unconscious, right? So look if he's got a pulse or not. If he doesn't have a pulse, what do? We start CPR immediately. We try to resuscitate. Okay. There is a mechanic in game that the longer, if you're basically in cardiac arrest, you have a heart attack, and your brain, your head, basically starts taking damage. And if your head dies, then you die, basically. So makes sense, right?
In some cases.
It doesn't really, because a lot of people I see as brain dead, but
Yep. So yeah, okay. Any questions so far regarding this, the priorities or the steps or something? Yes, Wolf.
I just want to know, for curiosity, if your morphine injectors, it's 3 injectors. That's the what do you call it? The overdose. If you overdose, but let's say I inject 3 morphine sticks into me, and right after that I use the purple one that counters it. Does it work like that, or
it will counter? But so the naloxone also completely counters the morphine's effect. Which is actually the last one we need to talk about, the naloxone. It completely counters the morphine's effect. Whether it was one naloxone will counter 1, 2, 3, 4 morphines. And then immediately your blood pressure comes up, immediately your heart rate comes up, so your risk of cardiac arrest from the overdose is less or is voided. And it also takes away the pain treatment benefit. So you'll start seeing white again. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, if you could, like, it's like a loophole, you know, like when you're alone in the fight, there's nobody.
No,
you just popped it and then...
Come to Combat Medic, and I'll teach you how to stay alive with 10 morphines in your bum.
Yeah, ultimately, you're just planning your Friday fight, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah, you just want to run around. Like if you self-medicate with morphine every 10 minutes and you take a shot, you will not be knocked down as easily. Don't tell anyone I said that. But that's one every 2 minutes.
The reality of morphine in the real world was that you used to carry what was called a syringe, which is a very small self-contained ampoule of morphine that was an auto-injector, and you had your own supply of morphine, alright? So if there was ever a point where it was required, when there was a serious injury, nothing cardiorespiratory, because it interferes with lung function, but any other injury to major injuries to extremities, you would find their surrettes, not yours, because they've got to use their stash, and you would whack them with a surrette. And then you would take a marker and you would put a big M on their head with whatever means you could, whether it was a biro. Most of us used to carry pens in our pockets anyway of some description, but you would mark them with an M, so that when they get taken over at the field dressing station, the combat medical technician would know they'd already had morphine, because if they didn't, and they're still displaying great distress because of a serious injury, the C-17 would then hit them with morphine again. So in order to stop killing the blokes with morphine rather than actually treating them, you have to remember to actually mark this. Now, there's no mechanic game for that as yet. But what we need to emphasise is that the old mechanic of Arma, get shot, die a little bit, hit yourself with morphine, everything's fine, is pretty much done and dusted. Morphine is going to be rarely used and rarely useful once ACE is up and running properly. Alright, but there's a little bit of background information on the real thing. Morphine was used to stop people who were being very difficult to treat because of the amount of trauma that they'd sustained. And it was also used in a couple of occasions I can remember of actually getting somebody to be quiet so that other people could be treated, because it's very difficult to deal with a casualty when he's a thrashing, screaming, bleeding mess in the middle of everything else that's going on.
Roger.
Right, so in game you can check on the person's body. It will tell you how many doses of morphine and when it was given. So we only need a big M on our forehead currently, luckily. It's possible to have a history without us filling in documentation and so forth. So because also handing over the patient at some point to the combat medic or whatever, or whoever, might mean that you have to brief them in terms of what you've done. You've put a tourniquet on his leg, you've injected with morphine, you've done this and this and this, you've broken all his ribs when you were doing CPR. Then the combat medic would have to take that information, and the easiest way would be if it was written down. But we would just have to do it verbally, what the interface is not showing. Okay, right, let's go into the practical session. Any questions so far regarding any myths that we've discussed? The only thing I can mention, maybe ammonium carbonate. All of you have used it by now, right? Or have been used. It has been used on you by now, right?
Negative.
Okay. Not. Okay, we'll get a chance now. Basically, it could be in some cases that the application or the usage or the administration of it doesn't work the first time. It basically acts within 3 seconds. If you've given someone ammonium carbonate and they haven't gotten up within 3 seconds, it's either because the vitals aren't in the range where he could be getting up, or it just didn't take and he needs more because he was too knocked down. And then you wait 5 seconds, you give another one, he will get up on the second one. I've rarely had it where it doesn't get up on the second time. Okay, so we're going to go to the practical side now. What I want you guys to do is basically inject yourself with morphine, and you go on a trip, and you pass out, and you get heart attack. Then you'll go into resuscitation. What I'll do is a group demonstration. Before we do that, I'll do a group demonstration for all of you, and then you divide up into pairs. And then we can do it, each of you, one by one. And then after that, we're going to do a trauma treatment, resuscitation in pairs. So that each of you after this would have had 2 turns at least at a resuscitation. Okay? So if all of you can grab yourself at least 5 morphines and 2 naloxines. And enough bandages you can also grab. So while you're there, grab 10 bandages and 5 tickets.
5 bandages. Okay. Yeah, hello, Abo. Really safe.
So we'll check on Wolf Mother and make sure he's not stuck in pockets.
5. You said 10 bandages.
No, but I'll
6
go and get another.
tourniquets, 6 tourniquets. I don't have space left.
Wat moet ons opvat? Morphine?
Naloxine. And take
At least six, 7 bandages.
Morphine. Picked the wrong one. And
Right,
naloxone.
can everyone hear me?
How many of those?
Yeah.
Akil, do you have morphine on you?
Yes, stop, I do.
Okay, let me just check. Do I have naloxone? Do you have naloxone on you? Just drop me the naloxone, please.
Helm item was dropped.
Here on the floor.
Thank you. Okay, if you can stand front and center here for us and inject yourself with 5 morphines.
Everyone keep my light.
With regards for CPR,
When we do CPR, how many compressions do we need to do before we are able to check for blood pressure and or heart rate?
30 count. Stop.
30 compressions. Okay, we don't have to give breaths here, luckily. No one's kissing no one here. But you have to do... Don't be so... Dr. 5 morphines, please. There we go. 4. 4 would be sufficient. 4. Yep.
Should I go?
Just come stand over here by the cone as well, please. Just a little bit closer to the guys. And the guys at the back, you can move forward. You can cut this and you can see what we're doing. I'll explain, I'll talk through what I'm doing. And you can all hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Jamil.
That was 4 staff.
That was 4. Okay, you give him like 10 seconds or 15 seconds, he's going to keel over. And it's going to take about 10 seconds or 5 seconds more, and he's going to go into cardiac arrest.
Is the hardest.
Zeg weer.
Is the hardest.
I think your morphine was dead.
You should still kill him, just monitor. Yeah, he's my dummy for the last dummy session. Okay, he's going to kill him. Okay, so he basically passed out. If your blood volume is less, then you would basically take fewer morphines, right? So currently heart rate 35, 34. He's way below the stable ones, right? So he's no longer within a stable range. Heart rate 32, BP 40 over 26. Heart rate 30. So as soon as his heart rate hits below 30, he's going to go into cardiac arrest. Where are we now? About 15 seconds?
Yes. Not about.
Okay. The quickest for me would basically be, now I'm running up, let me just put my rifle away. So now the clock is ticking, right? So I think we have 2 minutes. I haven't actually waited out completely, but we have about 2 minutes before he dies. So I run up to him, I can check his injuries. Because first of all, what I would do, in fact, so I'm coming across a patient or a casualty. I will ensure it's safe and I can treat him. So this area is safe currently. I'm looking for bleeds. I can't see anything visually. I'd look for injuries. It says no bleeds, but he has taken 4 morphines. This guy's overdosed. So my treatment for that is obviously the naloxone. I can do it without it, but then I'm going to be here for a long time. So I'm going to inject him with the naloxone. And my next step is, the first thing is cardiac. So he is in a cardiac arrest, 0 heart rate. Oh, I have to check it in fact, so checking pulse. Because what the game mechanic doesn't do is correctly imitate an unconscious person. He's running around or moving around, squirming and so forth. He's not very unconscious. I'm going to start CPR. I'm going to do, in his case, I don't know how long he's been unconscious, right? So it doesn't help. I'm going to check the first time. The third, I'm going to do 2 cycles. I'm going to do 60 seconds, or 60 compressions rather. I think I'm where am I now? 15, 8, 9, 10, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stopping now. I'll check his heart rate, check his pulse rather. So pulse I think is the same as thingness. He's got a heart rate of 69, so he's already revived from the 2 cycles. I'm 100% sure if I checked the first time around, it would not have helped. If he was unconscious for much longer and we found him basically half brain dead already, that would have taken even longer. But now he's basically, his heart is pumping. Nope. Do not perform CPR on a person breathing and or with a heart rate. I want to check his pulse. I just want to check if it's in the good range. Okay, it's perfectly normal. So it's 70, which is smack dab in the middle. I'm going to check injuries. Naproxen was administered. He's got a minor injury, so that's his brain trauma actually. That would indicate the minor injury. Now I can administer the smelling salts, which I also don't have.
Yep, love it.
Oh, I've got it in this bag.
I gave you all harness, yeah. Full meds.
Okay, so I'm going to hold it on his nose, apply. We're going to count to 3, and he should get up. If he doesn't, we're going to immediately. Okay, so same rule. If he, he's alive, so you could be super efficient, and it will basically, the quicker you respond to the different things, the better chance he has of getting up, and the quicker you can get out of that situation. Okay, so efficiency is key. Okay, what else? So that was for the overdose. What I want you guys to do now is go in pairs. We'll have a few DS to help supervise. But you go in pairs, one of you will overdose, the other person will treat by going through the steps. So what I want to hear is that you consider, in your consideration of the site being safe, or that it's safe to treat the casualty right there. Then that you go through the correct procedures of checking for bleeds first, trying to check for all bleeds and stopping the bleeds. So that's either by visual inspection or the check injury function. And then to correctly identify, say, overdose, and if the person is having a heart rate or not. Okay? So to make a less of a noise, I think how many are you? Could just go in your pairs. So some of you guys come over here. Space out like 5.
Ek wil net gou Amino goed gaan kry. Ek het dit gevat hier.
Fine. We can pair up.
The amino carbonate. Okay. Hoe baie mense moet wees? Is dit 2-2?
Ek het al die goedjies gekry, ja.
Ek sal OD.
Wat jy OD of moet ek? Kom ek OD eers.
Oeh, daar drop ek die morfine. Okay, dis 1. Het ek kan gespuit?
Nee, het moet nog in die sakke daar.
O, inject morfine. O, maar ek moet nie vir jou kyk hier. Hoe spuit ek myself in? R, dankie. Lekker in die Vrystaat.
Yeah. Course, right?
Drie. Voel baie verkeerd.
Nee.
Voel weer. 4. Okay. 4. Okay. Maar kyk, ja, ek kan nog 1 hoor. Maar ek moet dus net 4 doen.
Ja, asseblief.
Okay, ek het 4 in, so ek gaan nou een of ander tyd uitpaas.
Dragonfly, kyk jou first one.
Looks like you stepped on a bee.
Ek ook respect vir Bertie, maak dit so 'n bietjie interessant.
Ek het klaar gehou oor those.
Ah, nou kom hy. Oep. Maak seker is clear.
Yeah, area is clear. Heart rate of 33. Oeh, heart rate of 0, okay.
As ek cardiac arrest of wat ook al. So dan moet jy mos nou CPR.
Nee, maar ek moet jou eers inspuit.
O ja.
Nie hoe om dit te doen, hè.
Sit hom in jou hand en dan kyk jy vir my.
Wat doen?
Tim, you guys are done, just swap around. Do you need to swap around?
Okay, ek moet in die been inspuit, net sodat jy weet.
Did he drive you back? Okay.
Okay, there we go. Moet jy by die kop staan vir CPR. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
I get made class to do this way.
Daar.
En dan die smelling salts. Wat ammonium carbonate package.
Okay. Check pulse. Heart rate of 0. Yes, dat Banger, I injected him, I've given him CPR to a 60 count and his heart rate is still at 0. I've given him should I do CPR one more time?
Yep.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Nee, wat ook al.
Okay, but you are giving CPR on his back. Yeah, he has a heart rate. Well done. What's the next move?
That's what
Just talk to him.
would be to
Heart rate of 69.
Hey. Okay, spelling salts dat ek opstaan. Ek wil nie alleen hier staan vir jou.
The guys who finished already just come back, line up at the currents.
Dit sien hulle is al heel klaar. What the
Jy's erg goeders gevat.
Okay, begin.
Die groepsdruk net jou beerd.
Ja. Want ek weet nie om hierdie goed te doen nie. Ek weet hulle moet dit weet.
Dankie Thyn, ek is weer wakker.
3. Ek 4 vat.
Ja.
Ja, op die rug sit is die belangrikste deel. Okay, wag, hou net aan voordat jy dit doen.
Sorry boys, drugs.
Ons staan hier rond.
Clear op die rug. Check op al. Fight in die been. Oh. Die lê gewere Chris, wat dink ons?
Nee, is okay. So staan nie.
Ek voel amazing. Ek voel nie meer great.
Okay, checking areas clear. Hoe kyk ek jou vital signs? Check in the
Turn on back.
Turn on back. Hoe doen ek dit? Wait. Put on back. Okay, put on back. Checking for injuries. No bleeds. Everything seems fine. Just a lot of morphine. Checking pulse. Pulse rate of 0.
Repair spicy in die been.
Ek het hom aan. Hoe inject? Ja. kerkknop. Oh, aan die penis. Ek bedoel, inject it in. Okay. Pulse is at 0, starting performing CPR. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hulle kyk hier vir ons, so is okay. Ja, 2, nee ek lieg. Haha. Hoe stop ek? X.
Ja.
Ek kyk weer pulse. Checking, check pulse. Ek het nou nog G gedruk plaas van F. Pulse rate op 0.
Ronde van 30.
Okay, checking pulse. Pulse of 70. Word wakker, frikadel.
Let's go to war! Let's kill somebody! You give me the wrong white powder.
I'm a killing machine. Hoe skry dalk net weer nuus.
Oké, tijd is nou op naar 70.
Kijk op mijn left.
Excuse, verstaan?
Medical supply.
Okay, dankie. Roger.
Need medical supplies yet?
Wie staat?
You need medical supplies.
Nee. Dat was myne. Kom ons speel. Raai wat meer spyt ek jou in.
Weet jy nie hardloop rond die spek, maar net met morfine en hardloop.
Die lady altyd wat ek het.
Staan stil.
Ek het actually oefening al op Dragon Flame gehad.
Ek weet wat gebeur as ek vir Tydo inspek natuurlijk gesê.
Nee man.
Just keep it quiet.
Ek moes gestaan aan die ander kant. Ek kan nie naby hulle wees nie.
Ek weet nie hoe was.
Die mense sit hier in groepe. Kom ons sit hier.
Dan check ek vir
daar gaan hy nie uitpas nie, né?
Ammonium carbonate.
Ek is onskuldig.
Nee. Ek bly bewusteloos.
legend
Party bugger. Nee, kyk voor jou. Moenie bang wees nie.
Ja, bugger is a legend.
Bugger is nog hoog.
Ja, vir die dokter?
Ja.
Ek vertrou julle nie agter my nie.
Stay off the dokter.
No love, no stolen joke.
En dan kun je volgende.
Daar zijn ook een keer Bertie. Bertie, ek het Bertijn ingespuit.
Lang lees van morphine,
Jy moet nou nie maak dat ek verloor nie. Raar.
Bertie, sit net stil. Sit net stil.
Nee.
Okay, but did anyone have success reviewing the body?
Roger.
Roger.
Okay. Did everyone go on a lekker trip?
Ja.
Roger.
On my favorite
Yes, numbers, but don't get the bonus.
Okay, next time maybe. We'll try it again. Okay, so trauma care would be the next one. So you all had a chance to revive now once. It's very straightforward. We're going to do the same procedure. Just in this case, there will be some bleeding that we need to stop first. So same bodies if you want, or you can swap out whichever way you want. We're quickly going to do a light demonstration again for trauma care. Same considerations as the previous one. The only thing is we won't see that there's morphine, but an actual hemorrhage or bleed or whatever. Okay. Ducktail.
Jesus.
Doctor, just pretend to be impatient for a second, please. Okay,
so hopefully the guy did check.
That shouldn't be, otherwise he would be don't want to be.
Whoa!
Okay, no, he's gonna wake up by himself just now. Just give me a second.
Again. I was shot in crossfire.
Stand still.
No, I see white. I see black and white.
Just give me a second.
That's okay.
Oops. Okay.
What you want to use? Oops.
No, I just want to make sure that it's nice and red so we can just talk through it. Okay, so obviously we notice our comrade is down. Need to treat, so it's safe it's clear where we are at the stage. It's safe to treat. I approach. I would first scan for blood. It's obvious that he's bleeding around the legs. I would administer or treat him with
Tourniquet.
We're gonna gooi tourniquets. So tourniquet the right leg.
Okay.
Tourniquet the left leg.
Hoe skiet hulle vir my
And
raak?
I'll proceed with scanning. Need somewhere else, right? I can use my mouse button, but it doesn't actually show, it shows red. So now if I do the free look on his body, I will see red, and it's on his stomach. I will come back to the leg now, since I know I've put a tourniquet on each. Do not accidentally remove the tourniquet. And don't worry about removing the tourniquet as soon as you've put the bandages, then you have to immediately start checking the rest of the vitals. So right leg is bandaged, left leg bandaging. And no more, then I can inspect for quick injuries. Moderate injury include class 4 hemorrhage. This guy's almost dead, and I would need to turn him around so I can start or check at least the blood pressure. We don't have saline, unfortunately. That's for medic. So at this stage, obviously, I would be calling a medic as well. Turn around. Put on back. I need to check pulse, which is probably by this stage he would be out. I'm going to check it anyways. If you're in doubt, you can all start CPR. No, you can't start CPR because you haven't checked. No pulse. Okay, CPR. Come on. It's really clunky. Okay. How long do I need to perform CPR on a class 4 hemorrhage? What does a class 4 hemorrhage mean?
20.
He's lost basically 80% of the allowable blood, and he's basically drained, right? Very important rule is we do not start CPR on someone who's still got an active bleed. You'll just pump him out quicker. And now I basically, no saline, are you a medic? Okay, I've called a medic basically. But that means I could be sitting here without a medic assisting. I could be sitting here for 5 minutes doing this to keep him alive until there's proper treatment, because he is. Yeah, he is regenerating blood at the stage. He is regenerating health, but not quick enough for me to be like effective. So the quickest would be get a medic in place. So basically, I'll indicate to the squad lead or the mates, whoever, get a medic here. They would call for the medic. We'll get through those proper voice procedures at some point. Get the medic over, and I'll tell the medic, okay, when Bang arrives, he's a combat medic at this stage. Bang, we've got a wounds in the leg or leg wounds, severe, hemorrhage of 4, currently performing CPR, got 2 tourniquets, 1 on each leg, no pulse, unknown time, CPR for, I'm probably at 90 compressions already. So at this stage, the correct procedure. Bang, do you want to go through the procedures, or should I talk through it?
Okay, no, he did it quite well. He gave me a sit rep on the situation, told me that it's basically a blood loss problem, and I would administer the saline right away. Administering saline.
Okay, so in terms of the procedure or the CPR, at what level will this person be able to be conscious? When do we expect? Okay, so the answer to that is actually when he's got stable vitals. So class 2 hemorrhage would be when I would stop. There'd be no point for me now to check if he's got a heart rate.
Okay, it's improving. Class 3 at
because we can't even inject. So the quickest way to get him up is if a medic comes and injects him with medicine to assist with the resuscitation. There's nothing we can do for this guy until he's at a class 2 hemorrhage. Does that make sense? So I'm going to continue. Class 2, then you can do your part.
Yeah, administering.
I have a question.
Yes.
There was guys that say that you can't check the pulse while the guy is doing CPR.
That's correct. Yes. Do you know why?
Because it shows. It doesn't show the real heart rate. It shows your.
Artificial heart.
It shows whatever I'm doing currently. Okay, I'm at 28, 29, 30. I'm going to stop. He should have a heart rate now.
Yep.
Let me just start. Oh, fuck.
Lekker Nico.
Pulse, give me on his leg.
Okay,
heart rate 68, exactly. 68 is smack dab in the middle of stable. If I check injuries, his hemorrhage is improving. He's class 1 now. We still need to, now we can basically get him up at this stage. So this basically the medic would have taken over at the stage. My role was basically to keep him alive long enough until the medic arrives. I brief the medic, and he can either tell you he's taking over completely and you're no longer needed, depends on the situation around you, or just continue assisting the medic. So basically he takes over the scene but asks you to assist as a CLS, right? So the combat lifesaver. So there we have a situation. We've given him 1. It's been 3 seconds. Nothing happened. I'm going to give him another 1.
Yep.
This is
now 1, 2, 3, and he should get up. Okay. And the crowd goes wild. Applause everywhere.
Now it should have a flashing white screen, meaning he's still in.
Negative.
Okay, so what? So Datil, can you quickly jump for us, please?
Negative.
Hi. Okay. At this stage, you would be declared combat ineffective. What the combat medic can do is basically treat your injuries to a minor injury. And if that does help and make you able to run and move and jump, then you're fine. You can get back to the fight. If not, we will tell you sit in the corner over there and wait for the medevac. Okay, can you jump?
Negative.
Okay, so at this stage you would be declared unfit and you would have to wait for a medevac. Do you guys see how that now incorporate or will be incorporated into MILSIMs? Okay, it's not necessarily. It won't be a fun thing to do. Sit there in a corner and everyone's shooting around you. So not get into a troublesome situation where you need to be medevaced. So we really want to emphasize that you need to take care of yourself. You need to take care of your buddies. Be tactical in your movement. Don't move if you're not under covered by fire. Don't move into dangerous situations. Don't go sprinting out into the open. Don't go sprinting into minefields. that kind of thing. So really try and think about what you're doing and applying training that's been given to you so far in CI1, CI2. Okay, Dr. He'll get you back to health. Do you guys stand still, Dr. Hill? Thank you. Okay, now you can run. Try now. There we go. Okay, guys, so quick fast, back into your phase. We're going to have the assistants make you pretend that you're bleeding, and then you revive your buddy.
I don't have to pretend. Stop.
Yes, sorry, guys.
Hang on. Come back. I'll speak on platoon, guys. So just give me 5. So the way this works in the real world is, if you are brought back to being combat effective, then obviously you rejoin your section. If you're deemed to be combat ineffective, there is a thing called a casualty collection point, which is 1 tactical bound behind the fighting. So it could be anything from 25 to 50 to 100 meters behind, and typically it's in cover, and there would be a medic there. Now, if you're deemed to be combat ineffective, but you're still ambulatory, which means that you can walk, then it is up to you to get yourself back to that casualty collection point. So the medic would say to you, okay, on a bearing of 157 southeast, in that tree line is the CCP, away you go, and you would walk there. But as long as it takes you to get there, you would still try and be tactical because you don't want to get shot again, alright, but you would be responsible for getting yourself back there, and then the medics there would then pass back you to the station or to whatever point it takes to get you back into the fight. Alright, so if that happens to you, you're not just going to sit still and kind of think, well, what do I do now? Just as it all starts with self-care, if you can self-medicate, you do it, you're responsible for getting yourself back there. Everyone understand how that works?
Roger.
Now, the medics will designate where the CCP is before they move in to deal with it, so there will always be somebody there and someone will always know its location, and that will be given to you before you make your way back. Okay,
thanks, stuff. Okay, get into your phase quickly. Same positions as before. Make sure now, in this case, you do have on you enough bandages, tourniquets, and salts.
Yeah, I need some more hit, mate. Oh, okay.
Ek gaan net nog tourniquets gaan kry, fyn.
I have 8 tourniquets, so I'm fine. And 9 bandages.
Right, there we go. I've got 4 tourniquets and
2 shots in each leg should be sufficient, guys.
on that side. Go for it.
Shots fired. Should we shoot each other? Oh, they're gonna shoot.
No, let's shoot me.
Are we?
Yeah, they're shooting each other. Shoot me before. Je moet dan weer skippen. 1 paas.
Checking injuries, bleeding, hemorrhage. Oh.
Jy is klaar, jy bloei al.
Applying tourniquet. Applying second tourniquet.
Hold still.
And I'm performing CPR. CPR. Yeah, okay, and he's up. Okay, skiet vir my.
Nee, 2 keer toernooi nie. Ek staan net so dat iemand agter die raak skiet.
Okay, wacht, ik sta aan de kant, zo.
Wasn't displaying the other one into the...
Auw, dit was onnodig.
Checking areas clear.
Guys, everyone is administering individuals in right.
What's my tourniquets?
Okay,
So this is like basic medical stuff before the medics.
nou raak ek deur mekaar met al die goeders.
Bertie spuit om morfine. So 3 van hulle.
Wag, jy nou eers. Asseblief.
Kyk sy pols, Bertie. As dit 0 is, doen CPR.
Ja, ek weet.
Dit is klink of jy weet nie, so ek help jou.
First bandage on.
Okay, guys, once you've gotten to the point where you start CPR, you have to call the
Oh, dit Bertie kill hy. Oh!
Ja. Want jy bly tussenin dinge doen.
Wat het ek tussenin gedoen?
Ek vind jy moet my maar skiet. Ek het gedop.
Class 2 hemorrhage. Class 2 hemorrhage is fine, boys. Jy kort net soukies.
Kyk my pols. Kyk my pols.
It's fine, man. Hoop aan sit.
Gee my daar 'n bietjie sout.
Cocaïne. Nuts.
Takes 3 seconds.
More cocaïne.
Okay, so class 3 hemorrhage, actually help the saline bag, en dan moet jy CPR doen tot die class 2
Ek gaan die tourniquets was nou afhaal, nee?
Nee, jy moet dit afhaal.
Check pulse. Jou pulse is fine, ek het nou al klaar 2 gegee. 2 soukies.
Vra vir 'n medic vir 'n saline. Medic!
Medic!
Jy kan sê hy is so stable. Alles is reg. Net 'n bietjie soutwater.
Okay, I'm shooting you too fast.
61 over 40.
That last couple of shots was unnecessary. Yeah. I shot 3, yeah, that maybe explains. I shot...
Yeah, because I was shot before.
Yeah.
That's all. Medic.
Ek wil eintlik hoor of ek dit oor kan doen dat ek jou wel kan red.
Okay, wat het jy gedoen?
Ek het gesukkel man, die goeters wil nie wys wat ek wil hê moet wys nie.
Op bangerang lê. Zijn ook echt goed, op bliksem moes al opgestaan het, maar hy
Kan ek jou maar weer skiet? Weer ek draai.
Lava. Lava, Berkie. Lava, Berkie.
Lava, het is even wat.
Lava voor Birkie.
Ja.
Lava voor Birkie, over.
Je ziet elkaar.
Oké, die radio. Oké. Lava Birkie. Lava voor Birkie. Blitzum seems to be stable, but I've had 3 salts in him already. Doesn't.
Tourniquet, he might be in pain, so he might be at pain at this stage. Try and remove the tourniquet. Try and give him one. No morphine.
Ah, thank you.
Hoekom waarvan pas? Het jy self nie ingespuit met shit nie?
I'm down. Blitzum.
But you have a bleed.
Okay.
So swap rolls now.
Alsjeblieft, stel.
We just heal both of you up and then you swap rolls.
Lava, did you know that you shot me when you shot Darktail?
Maybe.
We have I've already shot him.
Because you've already changed, so you've completed both of you. Okay. Ja, maar julle albei was
Ek wil nie vir my die opsie gee om jou om te draai of enigiets nie.
En dis die tweede keer toch nou, is dit nie?
Wat het jy gesê?
Wat is die tweede keer nou al nie?
Nee.
Nee, soos is dit.
Okay.
Kom ons haal van die tourniquets af.
Wag. Ons moet. Wow.
Ons is klaar met die bloei.
Sorry,
het dit opgehou? Right click maar net op dit. Ek het nog iets op my. Ek gaan myself met morfine in my been. Lekker.
Kan jy nie aan die afval?
Ja, want jy moet morfine. Spuit jy morfine.
Is alright.
So self te verberg.
Bertie, hy lê op sy rug. Jy kan hom nie CPR op sy rug nie.
Dan by sy kop.
Ja, maar die ding wil nie die opsie altyd gee om te draai.
Dis alright, ek draai hom vir jou om. Soos hy.
Niemand sal weet nie.
Beweeg rondom hom, Bertie. As jy nie by sy kop kan nie, beweeg na sy bene toe. Beweeg rond.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kijk, stop!
Hij kort nog CPR Bertie. 60 tellen.
De klas 3.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Ai. Hij is dood.
Nee, gaan weer. Nee, hij zit dood, hij gaat aan.
Wow, oké.
Hij is een correcte race, je moet die altijd aan, je moet medic roepen.
1, 2, 3.
Blood pressure 43 over 23, Bert.
Medic.
Okay, so still monitoring vitals,
Yeah.
right? Tempo, give him a
class
2 hemorrhage.
Okay, he's got a heart rate of 100.
Stop.
Okay, yeah, that's because of the volume, right? So it's still class 2.
Blood pressure 46 over 30.
Sorry,
continue.
Sorry, ek het hom gesê, sorry.
Bertie, continue CPR.
Ja.
Sorry, stop pulling the guys.
7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Heart rate of 104.
13, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Blood pressure
9,
52 over 34.
3, 4,
Still
5, 6, 7,
third
8,
class in
9,
range.
10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Keep going, keep going.
Standing there bleeding out for nothing.
Oh no, yeah. When you're talking me through, I have to shoot you again.
Should have tourniqueted right then.
No one.
Ik weet niet, maar inval kijk voor die jongen.
53 over 35. He's still class 3.
Don't just keep going if he has a pulse, right?
Hey, you're back.
Class 3.
But
it seemed that a slow dragon. You need to complete 30 compressions. 15, it doesn't work. It's like when you put down a building and you start building. If you don't complete that full cycle, that thing works. Like 10 compressions won't work. You need to do full 30. So count to 30, and at this age he's quite low on blood. So continue to do a cycle of 60, and then you see. Okay. That's not loud if it helps.
Roger.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Over here.
Our legs
Je moet zeggen stoppen, dat is heel lang. Ik monitor je, ik help je actually.
Ja, maar als je het pulse check terwijl ik te doen, dan kan het niet werken. Nie.
Dat is wat die medic gaan doen.
Heart rate of 130. Blood pressure 80 over 53. Hij is recht. Hij is stable.
Geef hem zout.
Oké. Laat ik net gewoon check. Ach.
There you go.
So basically, to put up his blood pressure, we're going to saline, so we need a blood volume to come up. That's the issue.
Heb je hem nog in?
Class 2. Nice. It's fine. It's improving.
Wat heb je hem nou aan meer ingespuit?
Starlight Medics, Mango, combat medical technician.
No, the salt looks like that. That's the animation.
Mango is medic on the way.
Mango heeft een straks uitgehaald.
I had to give blood some 3 salts as well. Yeah, more salts on
He's still bleeding.
I dropped some salts for you. So just press that.
No, I do have no more salts.
It's like I said, it takes more bandages. So if you check injuries, we would have told you moderate bleeding class 4. This guy's bleeding out.
No, we can't smell the salts ourselves, eh?
Yeah, that happened with me as well.
No.
Hold on there.
Because you're not supposed to do it yourself.
So be aware, yeah, the bandage doesn't always stop the bleed, and the bleed can restart if it's heavy.
Don't do that, Blitzum.
What happened now?
Okay, so CPR.
I got high. I'm already struggling, and then you come and you do these things. That's why I died the first time.
Bertie, I did nothing. That was on you.
Okay, Bertie, just give him time now. Just give him time. There you go. Should be fine.
GM. Okay, to be blood black to get to a class 1 hemorrhage. No, you gain blood very, very slowly. No, it's nothing. It's not a...
Remember, he lost a lot of blood, so he will be out for a little while. But he's in stable condition.
Yeah.
So up in a jiff.
Oh, shit.
And also.
Yep, sorry. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. Let me get off. Get off. Sorry.
It's got a animation.
I wanted to check pulse, sorry.
Shooting for real.
Now you're awake.
Last to hemorrhage.
Just recheck because
check pulse.
Zero, so the 103 was because
Pulse is 130. That's a bit high, eh?
Yes.
Max, are you good there? You need help?
I would go for 60 compression here at this stage because it's a severe steel. Yeah.
Blood pressure
I don't
107.
like this guy very much.
It seems to be stable stuff. I think it just needs to get some blood back.
Hemorrhage 2, good stuff. No bleeds, well done. Does he have a pulse, ladies and gents?
130 stuff. Bert, eintlik moet jy die goed vir hom sê,
Good
nee
stuff.
ekkie.
Yeah, so you can do this long way or the fast way. Long way would to leave him, he would recover blood as he's lying there. Or you can call a medic and I give him saline.
Okay, the rest of you guys, just come over here by the armory.
Then I call the
Whoever's
medic.
not busy with CPR at the moment, just come over to the armory.
Coming to Zoldon staff.
In Dragon Flames.
2 files quickly.
Four files.
Huh?
Okay, I just want to do a head count. We're going to divide into 2 sections, basically. I want 9 per side. I think we will be able to achieve that. 2, 4, 6, and 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, basically what we're going to do now is a live fire drill. We're going to do, as soon as Mango's done, we're going to do feedback on the last session, and then we're going to get into a live fire drill. So grab some ammo, grab smokes, make sure you have 4 to 5 smokes on you. Make sure you have the correct amount of meds on you. So you have 10 bandages, 3, 5 tourniquets. What else? Your naloxone, morphine, make sure you have that on you. And then we're going to quickly do a drill in the woodline where you're going to basically do a patrol, get into contact. We're going to go through, just before that, we're going to go through the revision of the CI1 and 2, just in terms of your spares, fire maneuver, tactical movement, formations, that kind of thing. So that we can basically simulate you guys patrolling, getting into contact, taking a casualty, and having to evacuate that person, right? We're going to use the drag or the move or the carry function in this case, and you guys will work as a team to get the injured person out, okay?
Roger.
So grab weapons, grab mags, grab smokes. We don't care about the type of weapon at this stage, MG or that kind of thing, we'll just put you in a formation.
I'm grabbing an MG.
Hey, welcome back, Thane.
Thanks, that was close again.
What were you in C1, C2?
And is it clear?
Yeah, I've done all 3 of them now and just have to do 4.
Okay, would you be fine leading then? Because we basically now, this is the first one that we've joined.
Okay, if I knew that was your question, that's going to be your answer, then no, I haven't done anything.
Hey, so we need to get
what is 2?
smoke.
Nah, it's fine.
Blood pressure's good.
I think I'm full, eh?
You know you're in trouble when you've got like 4 medics around you.
Yeah. That's the safest place to be.
How many smoke? How many mags? 5, 6 mags, grenades. I think I'm good. Hope so.
There we go.
6, 7 tourniquets. 8.
If you guys are finished, fall in by the cones again, please, and thank you.
Right, guys, so once you have your weapons, your smokes, and your meds, come line up quickly in the 2 squads or the 2 files that you just, or it doesn't matter if you were in the same one, just 2 files, even files. So, how was that? Some feedback on that session? Anyone struggled with anything, or anyone learned something new?
Learned something new and paid
Yes,
for.
Learned a lot.
something new.
Okay, what was that?
That I'm still shit.
Okay, basically the main takeaway from this is that you could technically revive a person or get him back to health without the use of a medic. I don't know, I think 2 guys managed that. Where if you spend enough time basically giving the guy CPR and then letting him lay there being stable, he actually gets to a point where you can give him smelling salts and he gets up again, right? So although you've called for a medic, if he doesn't come, then you don't just like, hey shit, no one's coming, I don't have to do this anymore. You keep going until you have him up, okay? He will get up at some point. Or if he's stable, at least you don't have to be actively attending to him and you can attend to someone else, or you can secure the area around you. Okay, or you guys, if he's unconscious, it's actually ideal at this stage because you can carry him out of the area to somewhere safer. Okay, I think we'll be looking into getting a way to get us to carry an injured person even though he's not unconscious. That would be the ideal. So we can actually move someone who's got movement impairment. We can move him out quicker. Okay, so that would be the key takeaway. So what we'll do next, as I just explained, we're going to do a live fire exercise into the tree line over there, simulating a patrol, coming under fire and having to extract or rescue a wounded soldier. Okay, so you have to think about the things that you've learned in CI1, CI2, where you consider your positioning, your formation, pairs fire maneuver, also recognizing in the first place. So what we want to see is that you recognize that someone has been downed and is unconscious, and that person then, that the squad as a whole then adequately responds to that, right? So now it will be under fire, there's more pressure, so there will be fire coming from a direction. You would have to identify the targets, you have to put fire on those targets so that you can suppress, remember. So I think we went through this, right? So if you are in a live fire situation, you need fire superiority first before you can move to extract the person, right? So you have to use smoke for concealment and you have to use coordinated fire to be able to suppress the enemy so that you can maneuver. Okay, are you guys ready for this one?
Yeah.
Roger.
Roger. Roger.
Okay, let's move over to the woods. Staff Mango, did you want to add anything to that?
I think this will be the final one and then we're done.
Basically, maybe.
I'll follow on to you, Lava.
Roger, so maybe the prep, do you quickly want to run through the steps of the prep before moving out, or are we happy with that, the porpoise?
Okay. Yeah, let's review Porpoiso beforehand, guys, and we just go on to platoon.
So you should all be familiar with Porpoiso for prep for battle, yeah, the first
section battle drill. Everyone remember that? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay, we'll
negative.
Go through it.
No bad for saying negative.
Okay, let's go through it. So, Porpoiso, P-A-W-P-E-R-S-O is our battle prep, all right? So P standing for protection. So if this was our jumping off point or our final rendezvous point going into the attack, all right, the first thing that we would do before we carry out our orders is we would put out protection. So if we are thinking that the enemy is directly to the CQB range in this direction, all right, 341 north, then we would make sure that we've got at least one sentry out on our axis of advance where we're expecting the enemy to be, all right? So if we're all clustered round like this, like Girl Guides waiting to cook our sausages, and the enemy appears, we're all fucked, aren't we? All right, so the first thing that goes out is protection in the direction of the enemy. Now this guy's going to be far enough away that he's going to be able to give you notice of any enemy incursion. He's going to be able to engage them to a limited extent, but he's not going to be so close to you that when they engage him, yeah, they're also going to be engaging you, especially with grenades. All right, so he's going to be pretty far away, so he's not going to be able to hear what comes next. So that's protection. Yeah, you may put claymores out there, depending on how long you're planning to be out there. All right, there may be other trip flares and various things in that direction, depending on the environment, depending what the imminent threat is like. All right, so that's P. A stands for ammunition, making sure that you've got the correct ammunition for your weapon, making sure it's the correct caliber, making sure it's the correct type. You should all be carrying armor-piercing rounds at the moment, because everyone that you are going to engage is going to be carrying, with the exception of the FIA probably, is carrying at least class 4 Kevlar plate. You understand that? Yeah, everyone happy? So if you're firing full metal jacket at these guys, especially when we come up against peer force units like some of the Russian units who've got a class 5 plate, it's going to take a while to knock them down. So we need AP, and the AP magazines that you want have also got traces in the bottom, so that when you get down to your last few rounds, it's going to tell you need to start thinking about a magazine change. Happy?
Roger.
Roger.
Make sure you've got the right weapon. You've all done it in casual play. You've picked up a weapon because you think it looks sexy. You've picked up the wrong magazine. Once you've exhausted the one magazine that you're carrying, you suddenly realise you've got no rounds left. Jump up and down if you've done that. Yeah, if you're not jumping up and down, you're a liar, because you've all done it. All right. So, W stands for weapon. The game does this for us at the moment, but when you are going through your battle prep, you're making sure that it's clean, you're making sure that it's serviceable. All right, if you ever served in the UK Armed Forces, you'll probably be opening the fucking thing up to make sure that the firing pin isn't broken, so that when you pull the trigger, you don't hear ting, 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 and there's no big bang, and everyone gets killed. All right. The game doesn't allow us to do anything like that at the moment, but cleaning kits and weapons maintenance are coming. All right, so there's going to be a mechanic in game sooner or later where you're going to have to maintain your weapon in the field. So you don't put 10 rounds of 5.56 through a weapon without it suffering some form of ill effect, and you definitely don't put 10 rounds of 6.8 or 300 blackout through a weapon without it suffering any ill effects. There'll be carbon everywhere. All right, so that's W, weapon. You're also making sure your optics are working. Yeah, you're making sure that you're battle sighted for either 200 or 300. Depending on what kind of ranges you're expecting, and you're also making sure that you don't look like a twat and you've got a pink reflex sight on your M27.
Lava bug.
Okay, so one of the other things you're going to be looking at, all joking aside, is whether you actually need the kind of optic that you've got. So if you're carrying a hybrid weapon like this that's got a scope on it, this scope is absolutely no use to me out to about 200 meters, okay? Which is why you make sure that you've got the DMR, the reflex sight on the top, okay? Yeah, so that's W, weapon. P, personal cam. Again, the game deals with that for us. We don't have to worry about that. Hopefully there'll come a point where we can add cam. E stands for equipment. So this includes your grenades, your med kits, which is very useful for what we're doing now. Anything that you've got that you need to be able to do the job properly, make sure that you've got that. Make sure that you're carrying at least 6 smoke grenades. So if you're fricky in a rifle section, you haven't got a particular job, you want to be carrying at least 6 smoke grenades, all right? If you're a section commander or a section 2 IC, you're also going to be carrying red smoke grenades to mark enemy. You're going to be carrying green smoke grenades, possibly for calling in medevac, or for marking friendly positions or casualties. We'll talk about that in a minute. All right, so make sure we've got lots of smoke, because it's going to come in useful in about the next 45 minutes. Okay, so that's the E. So we've got PAWPE, protection, ammunition, weapon, personal cam and equipment. R stands for radios. Make sure that you've got one. Make sure that it's on the right frequency. Section commanders and section 2 ICs will carry out a comms check with their fire teams to make sure everybody can communicate. If you've got that little red radio icon in the left-hand side of your screen, just move your radio around in your kit. Sometimes it reactivates. All right. S stands for specialist equipment. So bolt cutters, sledgehammers, any sort of sexy things that we're carrying, we're not going to need them today. But that's the last thing that we check. And if you've got any anti-tank weapons like Law or SMOR, that also falls under specialist equipment. All right. O stands for orders. So section commander or troop commander is then going to let you know what everybody is about to do. So that is PAWPSO, prep for battle. Now, who did we send out on our axis of advance right at the start?
Sentry.
Okay, you need to send your sentry out there. So he's just missed all of that. So you need to make sure that you brief him as well, all right? So that he actually knows what's going on. Yeah, or he's got a very, very simple job to do and you can just say follow on. Yeah, do not send a specialist out there who's going to have a specialist role to perform, and then you have to double the briefing. So you want to send the guy out there that nobody really likes, who's a bit stupid and isn't going to be asked to do very much in the upcoming attack. Happy?
Roger.
Who needs to go and get smoke grenades?
I just need to get a radio, it seems.
Yeah, you need a radio and you need smoke grenades. Do that now.
Can the two sections just move into the same group, please, if you can? So section 1 and section 2.
Waar is die radio?
O, dit is aan die ander kant.
Okay, for this exercise we're going to send the sections separately in so we can monitor or have better, a little bit better control over your movements and monitor what your actions are. And then the other squad or section rather can have a look and see how you guys perform and adjust their tactics accordingly and also learn from that. Okay, let's move towards the tree line over here to our northwest.
Hey man, nice to see you as well.
Say again, Mango?
I didn't say anything, I just said let's go.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
By die... Wag, smoke grenades is by die wapens.
Ja, kijk, hierso beer, hierso. Kom bij mij. Hierso.
Okay, right, section 1, section 2, come over here. There's a quick mission brief.
Yeah, smoke. I know the smokes. I'm looking for the radio.
O, die radio, sorry.
Dis by die klere.
Dis by die klere. Tweede van onderaf. En dan gaan jy net page 2, tweede van onderaf.
Okay, so we're still waiting for guys. We'll give them a few minutes. Can everyone hear the enemy music?
Yes.
Was it just me? Anyone? Yeah.
I saw some at Lava Park.
Yeah. Okay. So
No
you don't
problem,
get that
man.
in real life, unfortunately.
Thanks for the support as well.
Squad frequency?
Ons nou.
Okay, we got everybody? Okay, good. Right, so we talked right at the start, didn't we, about not becoming a casualty yourself. Alright, so the thing that you need to consider, alright, there is a concept called being caught in the killing zone or being caught on the X. So combat medics, especially special forces combat medics and recce medics, talk about being in the X. And you do not want to be in the X. That is the area where casualties are being caused or where your casualties are lying at that time. So the first thing that we need to be able to do is remove that casualty from the X or remove the X itself. So that's two different concepts, but what you're doing is you're removing the fire coming down onto that area. So if you walk into the X where the casualty is, you just get shot because you've not dealt with the problem. You've just made the problem bigger. Alright, so what can we do to move that casualty from the X or remove the X entirely? Anyone?
Put smokes up.
Smoke. Smoke is always your first thought, yeah, which is why we're all carrying so many smoke grenades. Smoke, smoke, smoke. Now remember, smoke is concealment, it's not cover. And if I ever see smoke, I'm going to continue firing through it, but at least they can't fire aimed shots through it, alright? If you are moving through smoke, or if you've occluded the shooter with smoke, what kind of movement should we be using?
Low point.
Low and sideways.
You should be down here, yeah? And if you've learned how to roll using your controller, that's a useful tool as well, because it actually moves you quite quickly, alright? So we do be walking around when we've smoked an area off, okay? The other way to deal with it is by actually knocking out or suppressing the shooter itself. Now that might be very difficult if you can't find him first and foremost. Alright, if he's in cover or if he's to a flank, he's there for a reason. That's why smoke is going to be your best friend. So if we can stop the shooter from producing the X, producing the killing zone, that's the first thing that we want to do, but we always smoke it off. The second thing that we want to be able to do is remove the casualty from the X, but we don't do that until we've smoked it off. And the simplest way to do that is pick him up or drag him, and then where are we taking him?
Cover.
Yeah, ideally you're going to take him into cover. At the very minimum you're going to take him into concealment and carry on using your smoke. Alright, but which direction are we going to take him? Let's say we're attacking into this tree line and we've come from the pits. If we take casualties here and the X is here, once we've collected him, which direction are we going in?
Southeast.
Back to the pits.
Southeast.
Why?
It's away.
Okay, so this is a relatively safe area back where we've come from, isn't it? So you would withdraw with a casualty into cover and concealment if possible. You don't advance with a casualty. That's pretty obvious, isn't it? That's common sense.
Yes.
Okay, but you need to keep your awareness about you to know where the enemy is, where our axis of advance is, so you don't by mistake take a guy into further cover where potentially there are more shooters. Happy?
Roger.
So, things that we need you to have situational awareness of the formations that you're using. We need you to have situational awareness of moving from cover to cover while staying within that general formation. We need you to know where your battle buddy is, and we need you to be maintaining comms. So you need to be looking out for each other whilst you are also scanning your arcs. Now, once the shooting starts, we should straight away be thinking about moving in our pairs, just like we've done on many occasions, identifying targets and making target indications so everybody knows where they are. Everybody happy with that?
Roger.
Okay,
Roger.
let's see how it goes.
Okay, so 150 meters to the northwest, there's a pond. I am in the mood for tea. I would like some water. Can Section 1 please patrol towards the pond and collect some water? So tell us what formation you want to be using, and then get into that formation, and then we want to see proper tactical movement towards the target.
So, sorry, Staff, can we just do a radio check and just go on the same channel before we head out?
100% do that now. That's part of your pre-checks, the part of the porpoisal that you're supposed to do.
40.5.
40.5, okay.
You guys can actually all go on platoon so we can hear your comms. We will be observing and judging your movements.
Oh,
so
you're going to
just
do
use platoon.
Why me?
Okay.
I'm just 41 in the front.
Ja, ek stem saam met die arrow.
Dragon Flame com check.
Ja, ek stem saam met arrow.
Alright, van wie gaat voor?
Let's some com check.
Jy het gerenke mense, jy gaan.
Okay, so, sorry, is everyone on 43? Can we do a com check?
Yes, 48.
48.
Was dit ek en jy?
Yes.
That's your whole section.
Want hulle wil hoor.
Hulle moet inval.
Johan, sê net gou weer jou radiostasie.
Is platoon.
48.
Is hulle op platoon?
Allemaal op platoon alsjeblieft, ja.
Okay.
Let's some com check.
Is in die wolke.
Okay, kom check.
Let's just swatch.
From sec, okay.
We couldn't hear you.
Nico, jy's links van my, ek's op die punt. Okay. So sal hy arrow vir hom. Lawas voor.
So sorry. Nico, just make sure you're on 48. We couldn't hear you on the comms.
Yes. Radio check.
Right.
Okay, kom sê 'n line formation maak, almal in 'n reguit lyn en dan loop ons uit vorentoe.
Okay, 10 meter uit mekaar ouens.
Kant toe. Soos the warrior kan staan nou langs Nico, Bliksem kan staan langs Van. Ja, en Dragon kom. Ja, net in 'n lyn boys. Jou bene gebreek. Ja.
Negatief.
Okay, so ons almal beweeg oor 6.
Wat gaan ons
radiofrequentie wees? Moet vorentoe aim.
We're all going to broadcast on 48 so that they can listen to our comms.
Ja. Okay, maar net vorentoe Northwest boys.
En wat beweeg ons? 3 lines of wat?
Ja, aan die kant check net ons kant ook.
Roger.
Ja, probeer maar net in formation bly.
Waar kan jy staan battle buddies?
Ons is 'n bietjie ver uitgespreid om net 'n bietjie meer nader mekaar.
Contact.
Northwest. 50 meter weg. 3. Southwest contact. 25 meters. Reloading. Base, 50 meter base.
Confirmed kill.
Okay, moenie te sit me, boys. Okay.
More contact west, I can hear them. Southwest, behind us, southwest.
Nice.
Oh.
Contact southwest, 30 meters.
I'm down.
Casualty, blitzing down.
Ek's op 'n bliksem check. Watch julle verder.
Make sure it's safe first, guys. There's a lot of bullets flying.
Okay, ek's op bliksem ophelp. Watch net also noord, wes en suid.
Smoke cover, guys, smoke cover.
Pick him up, move back. Pick him up and move back behind us, a big rock.
Shots from north. Guys, we need to get suppressing fire.
I'm down.
Casualty, dragon flame down.
Okay, well done, Nico. Yeah, try and get him in here. Okay, so you need to start dealing with him now.
Guys, watch behind you.
Hard.
Is die man geskiet?
In my hole.
Contact behind. There we go. Contact rear.
I'll crash me again.
Ja, gaan we net weer. Sê maar net vir hulle hoe jy moet kry.
Nico, carry on, I'll cover that.
Maar jy het goed gedoen. Weet jy hoe moet ek geskiet?
Ek is ook goed.
O, hier is dood.
Nico, how you getting on? Sorry? How you getting on?
Good, I think I stopped his bleeding.
Excellent.
Just want to make sure I
Guys,
didn't
are we
miss
moving
something.
the injured?
Pulse rate of 0, just check his chest.
If you can, yes. As you can, yeah.
Start CPR
Sorry.
and call for medic.
Yeah, good guy. Well done.
I need a medic. Man down.
Starlight, this is one section, CMT required, class 4 hemorrhage.
Watch that. 1 minute out.
There we go.
Watch your flanks, guys. Watch your flanks.
I'll cover west flank.
Alright guys, maintain the situational awareness, we don't need to be moving.
Hey crew, what happened here? What's the situation?
Guys, mag check.
I saw a lot of bleeding at his chest and as a class 4 hemorrhage. Doing CPR probably for 40 reps.
Okay, stop the
Guys,
reps.
mag check.
You also spread basically spread out to the right and to the left more your sections. Now you're creating
Try
a
again, I'm
defensive
giving
post
AP, you
around.
keep CPR.
Because we've decided to treat in the field, you need to create a defensive perimeter.
Contact noordwest 50 meter.
Guys, there's no smoke, you're gonna lose a medic and a casualty.
They are pulling security around us, so we should be okay.
Okay, yeah, but I'm not saying like if the CI and the DS shouldn't do it, they should.
Yeah,
Closing.
100%. I think they've exhausted all their
All enemies
smokes.
eliminated, bring it back. I'm gonna heal Blixon quickly. Just get back quickly for debrief.
Okay, Rico. Nice. Nice
Well
work.
done, Nico. Well done.
Thank you.
Kan jy is beweegbaar?
Baie dankie. Ek dink een van hulle het my geskiet. Ek het net so gevoel. Want ek het 3-4 ouens gedown wat voor my opgepop het.
Toen Zeus.
Need my win from Sherry.
100%.
Daar by ons ook so 4 ouens opgepop, skielik.
Ja, maar toe. Ja,
Ek is raak geskiet, maar ek is weer reg.
Okay, so first some debrief from the squad quickly. What did you guys think of that? How did you perform in your own mind?
I think most of us did pretty well. I did not do so good, in my
Ek
opinion.
dink ons begin opgemis met ons lynformasie. Ons is baie spread out en goed gewees. So ons kan nie eintlik goeie visual van mekaar gehad het nie.
Okay. So good formation means that you have good contact or good communication. Basically, you have can see your squad mates and everyone. You were first assault or like attacked from the left flank. It seemed like there was an ambush waiting for you. Maybe they heard that we want some tea. Then there was another element that pushed from the right. You successfully called a contact on both cases. You've basically responded correctly towards the contact. You took a casualty at some point. You did recognize the casualty or the man down situation quite quickly. Good comms on that. It was a good call. Smokes went out, and what didn't happen at that point is you didn't consolidate to try and like reform yourself. You then spread into two directions, basically dislocating yourself. So a good thing there would have been, and maybe Mango would correct me here if I'm wrong, would have been at that stage to try and get yourself better organized, better into a defensive perimeter, and then start moving backwards to where the casualty can be evacuated, instead of one element pushing up, being isolated. Because if you didn't know the number of enemy, you don't know where they're coming from exactly, but then you basically separated, which makes you both more vulnerable.
Okay. Mission?
Yes?
Would you
wait for them?
Lava, would you call defensive? Like if you're on a patrol or whatever, then you shots fired, do you call like defensive positions and then everyone's away, or how do you deal with that situation?
I mean, okay,
or should it be instinctive?
No.
Yeah,
well,
so
it becomes instinctive because of the amount of times you've done it, right? Okay, Mango, if you want to answer, you can go for
your
it.
reaction to effective enemy fire, shouldn't you? Well, there should be rounds that go down range in front. You should be calling contact front, and then you should all be immediately looking for the first point of cover that is within your arc, so you can then go and find the enemy and start engaging him. All right. So what it starts with is you went into that tree line in extended line. Extended line through a forestry block is very difficult to control, because in order to see everybody, you've got to look left and right, don't you? Yeah. So it's quite difficult to control. I would go in there either in diamond, or I'd go in there in arrowhead, so that guys have got someone in their vision at all times. I'd probably use arrowhead so we can control it a little bit better. Once you start taking contact, instead of racing forward to destroy it, we need to work out exactly what it is. Now, you were in quite a good position on the top of the hill, weren't you? So there was no particular danger to you. We could maneuver on the hill. If you then charge over the crest of that hill trying to find out what's down there, what happens to you?
You die.
You're all getting killed. All right. So maintain the tactical advantage that you have of being on that high ground, and just go firm until you know exactly what you're dealing with. It would have given you a better opportunity to look left and right to see what was coming. Nico did a really good job of picking up the casualty and extracting him. He dropped in one tactical bound behind you, behind a rock, and then started putting the smoke out. The problem that we had, that Lava identified, is that because you were an extended
Oh, wait. Got
Ja,
kicked
maar
out.
Roger.
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 Hey, ek en fyn. Fyn we did, at least.
Did we pass?
Dink jy so, né?
Ek dink so. Reconnection successful. Okay. Alright, alles ek. Waar is allemaal?
Able to be in a position that you're able to see or watch your flank, and that's another reason why extended line wouldn't have worked there, because you're all kind of facing forward.
Okay, are we happy?
Ek het regs gegaan, ek en 'n ander man agter die klippe, want daar was mense agter die klippe. There was people, enemies behind the rocks, and I tried to get into cover, but the rocks were in the way and the people were behind the rocks. So what did I do wrong?
You basically pushed forward instead of holding your position. That's the only thing. So you could still have tried to take. So basically, what you're saying is you try to flank them, get into their position so you can take them out, but at the same time you made yourself vulnerable on your left side, on your left flank, and to the rear, and you've left your squad or your section unprotected on the right hand side as well, because you don't know the number of enemies that were there. In this case, that was the last enemies, but there could have been more sections coming even further from the northeastern side. So rather consolidate your position than trying to extend out and push. And it was, did you coordinate with anyone else and say, I'm pushing out to the right, covering me, or anything like that? So there wasn't that kind of communication either, that I'm aware of at least. Okay, so it's not bad that you intend to eliminate. So what did we, Mango, just say beforehand is like eliminate the X or get out of the X, and you obviously try to eliminate the X. I understand your reasoning there, but just in the bigger picture, the squad was disjointed, and if it was a good squad maneuver and everyone was aware and everyone supported that maneuver, that would have been perfectly fine. But you guys got isolated, and you could have become a casualty there as well. It didn't happen because the AI is as dumb as fuck at this moment, and as blind as bats. So yeah, if it was in any case a better quality player or AI, you guys would not have survived that probably for very long.
So just think about this, guys. If you push forward trying to eliminate an enemy and you become a casualty 10, 15, 20 meters ahead of the rest of your section, they're in the shit now, aren't they? Because the X has now moved 20 meters forward and we have to create a new... You've created a new problem, yeah? So maintain your arcs, maintain your cohesion, maintain your comms. All right, two sections, let's see what you got.
So two sections, you've learned from the feedback, do that. If we have time, I would really like to get you guys down twice. It is getting late, so let's see. Section 2 ready?
Ready.
Section 2 ready.
Get me that water when you're ready.
Okay, I'm
taking it.
Section 1.
Consec.
Kom ons kry bodies.
Okay, is julle reg met kopper, kan ek maar beweeg op jou?
Ons kry bodies op bodies, laat ons met mekaar kan oppas.
Moving.
So, wie gaan julle 2 bodies wees?
Ja, oké, my saakie. Waarom het enig nie? Ek wil net hierdie oukie net bliksem die gaal. Ek het al gesê ons moet arrow doen.
Ja, maar die ander ouens hier so, hulle
het nie verstaan nie.
Ek het ook gesê arrow.
Hulle het nie gesê arrow nie.
Verstaan julle almal hoe die arrow werk? Wie verstaan nie? Kan ons verduidelik?
Dat was baie boor mekaar. Ons het arrow gekol, maar ons beweeg almal lê.
Okay, kom ons doen.
Ek dink ons doen weer arrow.
Tot so hierdie keer arrow. Ek kan fyn sal interfront vat soos die vorige keer.
Hoe is die double arrow een? Ek dink actually dit gaan beter werk.
Dis 'n diamond.
Ja, ek dink dit gaan eintlik beter werk.
Wie gaan voor?
Bertie,
Ek dink ons het genoeg mense op hulle team.
Ja,
So,
ek dink dis
gryp backpack en
maar
met
is
twee
daar nie
boxes.
ook een wat 'n double arrow is nie?
Boys, is geen kunststof van ammo.
Daar is 'n diamond.
Hold on.
Jy moet 'n diamond.
On your 7. I'm on your right.
Northwest.
Klop jou stop oor hierdie mense.
Contact.
Ja, hulle moet nie nou snaakse goeders hier ook.
Direction.
Ja, ek praat te baie. Ons moet 'n leader kry. Lava sal jy vir ons vat. Waar's Lava?
Ja, ek het hom verkoop. Ek sien hom nie meer nie.
Checking left. Contact northwest.
Nee, kom maar, laat ons net kommunikasie het. Laat ons almal nie net in 'n rigting hardloop nie. Laat ons sê okay, julle 4 ouens doen dit. Maak so.
Contact northwest.
Ja, ons gaan sommer 'n line band van ons doen. Ons gaan nou doen sommer. En dan bespreek ons wie gaan die twee medical
Diamond, hoe gaan ons staan?
Almal staan in Diamond. So ek is voor. So Diamond wys noord. Ek is voor.
Maar julle moet verder uit mekaar, nee.
Ja.
Let's get a barrel up there while
alles. Ja, so nou
Ja, nee, ek dink dit gaan gooi. Ons doen maar.
Ja, okay, error. Noord. Ek's voor. Bliksem, ja, jy's reg. Ja, jy's reg.
Hy's my assistant gunner.
Okay. So hy's reg net so. So Nico en Dragon.
Bertjie, gaan jy aan die kant toe, laat jy agterkant kom.
Ja, so die twee mense wat heel agter is. So op die oomblik is dit Beetle en Nico. Julle is die medics. So ek dink julle sal die beste wees om sluit te kom. En as iemand meer is, dat julle sluit.
Kyk,
en dan die res van ons stoot.
Sorry.
Okay, so
ons moet bodies ook maak sodat ons kan, as ons wil vorentoe stoot, dat ons daai twee as 'n body team kan vorentoe stoot. Sê nou maar soos Johan daai ouens by daai klipbou stoot, moet ons dit saam
En alle koms het oor die radio gaan. Nie daai chat. Dat hulle kan hoor.
Okay, vorm gou weer daai arrowhead. Dan wys ek julle hoe doen ons barrier. Die barrier se goed. Dit is 'n enemy close left,
like 20-30 meters left.
En Dragonfly.
Northwest 3 to 5.
Don't stop. You just keep going. Everyone else en sorry. Julle twee buddies. En ons 3 voor is buddies.
Ja,
wat ons gaan so werk.
Ja.
Ek dink dit sal goed werk. En dan
as ons cover het, val ons almal plat en ons sit cover fire op en dan besluit ons saam wat maak ons. Stoot ons op of wat doen ons?
En ek dink ons moet die archers begin gebruik as ons spot.
Dan gooi ons smoke, nee?
Kyk, ja, kyk, as ons contact ons die enemy kon skiet en ons moet hulle ook kan sien.
Come back.
Stoot of iets.
Where's Embol?
Ja, maar dis wat ek gebruik is op die
I'm back.
Nee man, ek wil nie met jou praat nie.
Bring the wolf.
Look ons gaan so, ons weet alles nou, nee?
Wat is jou gewig?
Ja, ek
Ons
dink ons
weet
kan
nou
terug
alles
gaan.
van ons kan.
Looking towards northeast. Northeast.
Ek wil hierdie hoor doen asseblief.
I'm looking north. Guys, pick up. Let me get him up. Contact north. 357 north.
Nee, restop.
Ja.
Nee, ek het weer gaan maak.
Move copper.
Kom ons staan toe maar ook klaar in ons formation.
Kijk maar,
Move box, you guys can move back, I'm covering you.
Bertjie, as ek vir jou kom vir spare mags, moet jy vir my
Moving with casualty.
Lava.
Copper, did you guys check all the bleeds before?
Nico, jy moet hier by my kom staan.
Ons bietjie agtertoe wees, so ek sal probeer vir julle sê ek gaan meer vir julle almal kan dophou. Dan sal ek jou try sê wat aangaan.
Yeah, minor bleeds and he was improving. Okay, completely isolated front left. And your whole team has been
So beertjies en warrior is net gaan regs kyk. Nee, change net jou radio. Okay, soos warrior en beertjie, julle gaan meer noord en north-east kyk. Dit is maar waar julle gaan kyk as ons nou vorentoe stoot. En Nico en Dragonfly gaan north-west kyk. En dan ek, JB en Bliksem gaan noord kyk.
En as ons spotting doen, moet ons die archstry gebruik. Soos wat 3/4 of wat ook al. Soos to the right, to the left. Soos wat ons 'n bootcamp geleer het.
Ja, ons kan net so arch noord maak, want daar's berge en bome oralste.
Ja, ons gaan nie hierso soos dit kan doen nie, ja.
Ons gaan kompasberings gebruik.
Ja, dit gaan maar net kompas.
Ons gaan berings gebruik, ja.
Ja, kom ons maar, ja, kompas rigtings gebruik.
So julle kan in julle lyn staan. Ek dink julle gaan nou volgende keer gaan.
Okay, Arrow het vir my ons hier. 'n gat mis.
Ons moet nog nie beweeg.
Wait.
Oh, my line.
Mango, do you have a summary on the tactical movement side?
Yeah, so better comms, although you were a little bit dispersed at the start, but you fixed that. Remember, guys, if you're going to crest a ridge, we really don't want to skyline ourselves except in exceptional circumstances. But if you're going to go over the top of it, you need to go over with as many barrels as possible. Even though we're an extended line, yeah, we don't send the point guy straight over the top on his own because he can't bring enough fire to bear to defend himself. So we would probably take two guys to the military crest where we can have a quick look. Yeah, we'd get a couple of barrels there, and then if we had to proceed over the top, we would. Yeah, so we had only one guy over there to start off with. Once the shooting started, there were some good indications, all right? There was plenty of smoke, which is always good to see. If you are not directly involved in the fighting and there's no threat to your arc, you need to stay in your arc. Don't immediately start gravitating towards where you think the fighting is because you don't know what's going to be coming into your area immediately, all right? Comms were pretty good, directing people around. One thing about withdrawing under fire, guys, is that Thane, come to me. All right. If Thane is in front of me, all right, and he's heading due west, he's providing cover in this direction. We cannot ask him to withdraw. First of all, you don't want him to go over the crest of the hill on his own. So he's 20 or 30 meters away from me if I'm his battle buddy. All right. And this is not withdrawing. Turning my back on him, running in this direction, and then turning around and shouting, right, Thane, let's go. And then both of us running in this direction is not how we withdraw. All right. Think about your pairs fire and maneuver about how you advance on the enemy. It's exactly the same, but it's in reverse. All right. So if I'm here, okay, yes, I would sprint, but then I would go down and I'd say, right, Thane, move, withdraw. Yeah, so my barrel is covering him. Yeah, he then gets into a position where he can do the same for me, and we would withdraw in stages, in little stages from cover to cover. All right. What we had right at the end was Wolf, who did a good job of spotting them on the top of the crest. I think he and Bucks were working together, is that correct? Yeah, Bucks, your battle buddy?
Which Wolf?
M-Wolf. M-Wolf.
Okay, well, anyway.
Bucks was my buddy, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you were about 30 meters away from him, and there was a hill between the two of you. You can't support each other, can you? All right, so even though you were communicating, you've got to be in visual sight of each other, and you've got to be able to talk to each other, and you've got to be able to cover him as he moves back towards you. Happy?
Okay, thanks.
Okay, doke. Lava, do you want to do one run each if they've got time?
Yeah, are you guys happy staying a little bit over? We've already been doing 2 hours.
Yes.
Okay, then we're going to do one run each again.
Roger.
Just packing bathroom break.
100%. The only comment I have on that last run was basically Wolf Mother ZA was laying down for quite a bit before anyone recognized or made the call to say there's a man down. Okay, this is where the communications battle buddy system really comes to play. If you don't constantly check in, it doesn't have to be constant, obviously, but you have to check in at some point. And I think 2 people actually ran over him without realizing it. There's a situational awareness. It's not going to be easy, guys. Like, you're getting shot at, throwing smoke everywhere, everyone's shouting. It's not easy, right? And this simulates the difficult part, right? So if we can practice this and just get this right in the battle, it should be easy enough as well. Okay. Section 1, get ready. I still want my tea.
Ready? Ready? Okay, is allemaal in arrow formatie? Is allemaal reg? Allemaal met hulle buddies?
Comms check.
Comms check.
Ja, can do.
Comms check. Comms check.
Okay, laat maar praat.
Okay, copy. Allemaal beweeg.
Dragon com check.
Okay, right guys, move out, move out.
5 tot 10 meter uit mekaar uit, boys.
Dragon gaat een beetje voor mij. Dragon, kom een beetje meer rechts uit. Contact. Northwest.
Contact north. Contact 50 meter noord.
Delay. Roger.
East. Contact east. 50 meter 100 meter.
Very close. Yes.
Skeet east. Northeast, boys.
Let's get back information.
Northeast, boys, ja.
Dragon, kyk maar die flank hierdie kant ouens.
Getting cover at the trail.
Ek doen.
Zit al beweeg.
85.
Watch uit daai kant hè.
Contact southwest.
JB is cover fire, smoke boys.
Falling back.
JP is down. JP is down. On my way to him.
That's JP.
Smoke up.
That's gonna be confusing. So just call me out. Okay.
Contact east. 67.
Checking injuries.
Copy, Sino.
Heavy bleeding.
Staying down.
Okay, ons het een casualty boys. Bliksem Alpha, JB op.
Staying down.
Vol terugval.
Ja, dit is nie veilig op die oomblik nie.
Nico is ook neer.
Fine. Dead guys.
Kan iemand smoke op Nico gooi?
Come back.
Okay, Bliksem, watch my rug. Ons moet hom uithaal hierso.
Okay, ek check vir jou.
Okay, ons gaan 'n bietjie terugval want ek sien ons het baie manne neer.
Nico is hier, hè?
Okay, moving back.
Bliksem, Thane is down, so I'm covering east. Well, Thane is not down.
Ammo check.
Contact east.
Nico's down, guys. Make sure he's not bleeding and then carry him back.
Next to your lover.
Okay, ek wil hê daar 3 manne moet east kyk.
Kyk east.
Ek sal east kyk, Beertjie en Bliksem.
I'll check now.
Use the radio, guys. Use the radio, please.
I'm busy with Nico. I'm checking in.
I'm covering north. I'm down. Ek is plat, Beertjie.
Bliksem down.
My smokes is uit. As iemand nog smokes het, gooi bietjie vir ons east.
Checking Bliksem.
Hierdie was 'n clusterfuck.
Erg.
Beertjie, kom jy reg daar met Bliksem?
Ja.
Roger.
As hy nie bloei nie, sit hom op jou rug en dra hom.
Hy bloei.
Johan, watch net vir Nico hulle. Ek sien hulle is hier daarso.
Dit is 'n bors gewees.
Okay.
Dank jy van die admins spelen.
Ja, banger.
Okay, tel hom op. Vat hom. Heavy cover hom.
Carry my en vat my terug.
Ja.
Cops, boys, what's happening?
Dankie.
Hardloop.
Moving back, Bliksem.
Cover hom. Heavy cover hom.
Moving back,
Yes, ek het dit al reg gemaak. Perform CPR.
Wow, flip.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Ek wil dit oordoen nie.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Kijk, vat de Bliksem terug, boys. Cover.
10. Ja. Medic.
Ek sê jou, hulle skiet met die hele tyd. Hulle like dit. Want daar was niemand gewees nie. Ek was net vir one shot. Was daar?
Nee.
Control X.
Want ek het wes en noord gekyk en daar was niemand nie. En toe word ek ge-one shot. Weer 'n keer.
Let's see what it looks like.
Excuse me?
Let's see what it looks like.
Let's see medic, my medic.
If he has a pulse and he's you can carry him all the way.
Yeah, class 1 improving. He doesn't have any bleeding.
Zero pulse.
No pulse, sorry.
Medics on the scene, pushing epi.
Okay, Johan, watch him in
Flip him back.
Ek sal op noord kyk vir die res van die manne op is.
Medics, do you have it? Can I return back to the field? Sure.
That's fine.
Just check his injuries quickly. Beertjie.
You can just pull security for us.
Can someone just check his injuries?
Checking.
Ja, hou net self, hou net dop, hou net noord.
Class 1 hemorrhage. Improving.
Guys.
Ons net basis kan.
Pulse is okay.
Blood pressure is good.
J Bravo.
Goed
You want your battle buddy?
Heart rate 0.
Ai, fokus hier goeters net wil saamwerk.
Ek het ook daarmee gesukkel by ander ding.
I'll do CPR for you.
Counted.
Sorry, J Bravo, just say again, who's your battle buddy? Can you see Lava Puck from where you're sitting?
In 20.
Okay.
I understand, but can you see him physically?
30. Stopping.
Then you are too far separated. So it's nice that we have player tags. You need to physically see your battle buddy.
Thank you. Do you have salts? I don't have any on me at the moment. Okay.
Maar gebruik ook die comms in plaas van die radio's.
Yep.
There we go.
Ek het dit hoeveel keer gekol.
Thank you, medic.
Well done, Beertjie.
Okay guys, return to the starting point.
Oh, ek het die props daar gekry ten minste.
Ja, exactly.
It'll take you a couple of minutes,
Wat nou?
I would imagine.
Ek jaag net kak aan
He's
julle
dead
tyd. Ek gaan
before you
gewoon
get
fucking
there.
Warzone speel.
So you're going to be assessing what is actually going on. So you need to check his injuries
Safety boys,
and
guns on safety,
stabilize
please.
what you can, and then pick him up and just buoy him straight back to the CCP. Yeah.
Okay, section 1 debrief.
Good, thanks.
I mean, but if he's just knocked out or if he's got a broken arm or whatever, you can just say, right, you just tell him fucking get up and run, and you just drag him. So it's very casual.
Ek dink hulle
that first check, I
double
would not
control.
check him in the air, so in the open field, before I do anything. Yeah, if he is out, I would drag him into some form of hard cover before I even carried out my preliminaries.
Good.
Word fine.
Smoke first and then...
Nico, jy daarom okay weer?
Ja.
Okay, section 1, how did that go?
Little bit chaotic.
Ja, ons het heeltemal nie verwag van die kant waar hulle afgekom het van die east nie. Ons het glad nie.
Okay, so that's what I don't like about training scenarios is basically you become used to a routine and then you think it's going to be left and then all of a sudden they club you from the right. Because in real life you're not going to know where the enemy is. If you know where they are, they've done a bad job. And it's not, we don't have the, how do you say, the omnipresence to know what they're doing all the time. Especially more so in a PvP scenario. In a Mulsim, the schedule, like the scripted one, we have an idea where the enemy would be because we were told. But if they are free to move, they can be anywhere, right? So basically, you ran into a three not section. It's more like a section patrol, equivalent of your size. So you were 12v12 basically, and there were two fire teams to the left a bit, and then one flanking far on your right side. Okay, and you were basically taken from the front and from the right. Okay. Who died in the beginning? It was J Bravo, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think at some point you guys took contact. There was smoke down. You came moving through the smoke, and I could basically shoot you with, like you were in the open. I could shoot you easily. So I took control of the AI at that point, and I did shoot you. Like I said, the AI can't aim for shit at the moment, so I took the initiative to get some casualty there. I didn't intend to kill you, but just to down you. I think you ended up bleeding out. Is that correct?
No, it was the fire in the smoke after I was shot by you.
So there was shots fired into the smoke and that one of the rounds hit you?
That's it, sir.
Okay, so that proves the point basically that if you're in the smoke, it doesn't mean you're safe. You still need to be moved. And I think when we just returned, you guys heard Staff Mango talking about basically if you find someone laying down, you're not going to try and treat him right there. You're going to try and move him into cover, right? Because smoke is concealment, it's not cover. We can still shoot into the smoke. Okay. Again, the retreat was a bit disjointed. I didn't take a screenshot now. I could have shown you guys. I should have done that, in fact, just to demonstrate. But it was a bit disjointed. And you guys were spread out again. And then again at the end, so just the concept of battle buddy guys and squad movements in general, if you can't see the person, you are too far away. Okay, what we said about formations in terms of the terrain dictating the size or the spread of the formation, it's based on vision, right? If you can't see where he's going, if you can't help him to cover his movement, he can't help to cover your movement, you are too far apart. Okay, so it doesn't help with sitting in the opposite sides of hills. It doesn't help with sitting in the opposite side of large bushes or anything like that. Okay, because if you get shot and you go down, other side of a bush, no one knows. Okay, and the name tags you have are basically luxuries. We are relying too heavily on them to give us the. So now we're waiting for someone with a little heartbeat on their name, whereas that's not really what we're trying to do here. Okay, we want proper formations, proper movement, being tactical, and keeping each other safe. And the only way you can do that is if you have physical eyes on them. Okay. Cool. But otherwise, well done. I think you had 2 casualties. You had multiple casualties to treat at some point. Does make it more difficult. There wasn't intentional at all to do that, but that's what happened. So yeah, okay. Any comments from you?
Yeah. Section 2, let's roll.
Okay, section 2, go.
Okay, maybe we'll...
Yeah. Take the same formation so we don't get confused.
Hi, Vampire Queen.
Identify your buddy, make sure you can see him, look for your cover, work out your axis of advance.
Ek dink dit het ook goed gegaan.
Bombs check, reject lating check.
Ja, en ek het wou dit ons rug kyk die hele tyd want
ek kopper op jou, sê ek mag gaan.
Berg afkom nie.
Ja, ek het die hele tyd regs gekyk laat ek kan seker maak. Ag, links gekyk, sorry. Links gekyk om seker te maak.
Soos ek 'n beetje farm manoeuvre gedoen het een ou vir my van die kant af gevang en my immediately gedrop.
Ja, daar was die eerste kansie. Instant.
Wait, Wolfmother dropped.
Okay, I'll take point.
Ja, maar ek is...
Let's go.
Daar was 2.0.
Moving.
Ja, het een ding wat ek
He will rejoin guys, you have to stop speech.
She can rejoin, let's go.
Ek kan net by jou seker maak ons is
Proximity check.
Nee, ek kan
Want hier is niks kabel, hier sit graag.
Nee, ek hoor julle. Ons is op die...
Boys, just watch your spacing.
Ja.
Jy moet hom fisies kan sien.
Think about where your next cover is.
Ja, maar wat ek probeer sê is, ons oor die radio gekommunikeer het, nie die chat wat ons nou doen.
Name tags kan jy oor die 900 meter sien ou, so dit tel nie.
My Afrikaans is terrible, especially at 10 o'clock at night.
Ja, kyk hulle, Johan.
No problem at all. JP, push forward to the
Hulle bedoel jy moet nie net sy name tag kan sien, hulle bedoel jy moet die ou fisies kan sien.
Ja, maar daar was 'n klip tussen ons.
Nou, maar dan beteken dit jy kan nie, julle moet aan dieselfde kant van die klip wees. Dis wat hulle basies vir jou sê.
Right, okay, contact is going up the hill. We're going to pop smoke and we're going to throw smoke over the hill. Don't throw it in front of the hill, throw it over the hill. Contact.
Daar is pies, ek het laat vir bliksemot.
Niet weer?
Ja, ek sien het wel.
Do we move in the cover?
Ja, lava skiet my sprit. Ek sê.
Hulle doen eintlik redelik goed nou.
Let's get realigned on that fire now.
Ek weet die patroon het my getref, maar gelukkig in my west.
Ja, headshot my. Ek het twee van sy squads uit.
Daar was niks bots naby my nie.
Ja, want toe ek is kontak oos.
Dragon.
Die patrone word my kant.
Daar was iemand wat so vinnig by die bome aan die linkerkant hier van wes af so vinnig gekom het en toe word daar so 3 skote geskiet. Ek het een gevang op my wes. Gelukkig het my wes hom gevang. So toe oorleef ek dit dan.
Ons flanks was nie goed genoeg gecover nie.
Ja, maar toe het ek begin terugskiet en toe ek weer kyk, toe sien ek Nico lê plat. So toe call ek dit en ek gryp hom nou maar. Gooi 'n bietjie smokes en raam tot by die eerste klip.
Jamie, push up towards that rock, take cover on the left side of that rock.
Skill jackets aan.
Kom maar rond op die bos.
Hoe is dit dat jy elke keer raak geskiet word weer? Wanneer ons nie in die oorlog is nie.
Nee, ek staan hier maar voor. Dink ek het tyd met jou spandeer, ons ek al die boel.
Contact north, straight north.
Klip vir my juist die bullet magnet.
Magazine, enemy.
And hold there,
copper down. North 383.
pushing to copper. Okay, copper. Cover. Roger.
Smoke out. Sykes down.
Let's go. Wolf, let's go. You need to get up here. You need to be able to dominate the ground. You need to see what's going on from the ridge line. While they work there.
Move up. Cover.
Come to the flank. You can see. Come here.
Contact down.
Box, come here. There we go. All right, these are your arcs now. Start getting smoke down in front. Here. Yeah. Smoke it off. I got the casualty. I've moved back. Papa, you've got 2 men to your left. Just check you know where they are.
And enemy down.
Ja, die enemy was close.
One magazine. Is big exposed.
Flip, hy dop by hulle uit.
Okay, where's the casualty? We've got another casualty? Okay, so let's close this gap up. Let's close this gap up. Yeah,
Casualty is Copper. Copper is being
moving.
escorted out to the east.
JP on me. Bring the next man. Call the next man. Jamie on me. Wolfmother on me. Alright, so let's get into your line. You don't have to be over the ridge. Let's make sure we can see what's coming. Yeah, go firm, go firm. Let them do their work.
Move up. Xavier, move up. I'll cover. Magazine. Roger. Moving up. Moving up.
Okay, get reorganized now. Start pushing up again. So, Pappy, you need to fill that gap.
Xavier, cover me.
Stop. Okay, Fox, you're behind Wolf. Fox, you need to go to his left so you can support him.
Bucks. Books.
Don't stack, guys. Let's make sure we're in a line.
Xavier, cover me.
Nice and smooth now, smooth. Get reorganized. There we go. We don't have to run now. We don't have to run.
Check.
Keep talking, guys. You've gone quiet.
See no movement, north, moving up. No movement, northeast.
Good.
Moving up north. No movement.
14 grade. So bangerang en select.
Yeah, east is clear.
Hulle sit 'n snipe van
Shot. Okay guys, ceasefire, all enemy eliminated.
Asshole.
Good, guys, good.
Guys, well
I see you 14 grade. You said bangerang en select.
Anyone who's interested, look in the bootcamp events channel. There's a photo of their formation when Timbo extracted Copper. Now we obviously still have to deal with the casualty, but just have a look at the image there on the formation.
Anyone taking his wallet yet?
Section 1, are you still here? You want to go again, or you want to jump off?
Who's got any pictures of his bird in there?
Jump out. Ek wil dit nog.
Ja, ek dink ons gaan dit weer doen nie.
I think we're gonna jump off. That's okay stuff.
100%, we're already over time, that's fine. It's just if you want to practice or understand. Jay Bravo, I think you had a question for me at some point. I was out in gym, I couldn't hear everything.
Miracles take a little bit longer.
Can I shoot Blossom just once?
You want to shoot Blixen? No shooting here.
Lava?
Yes, Jay Bravo?
Can I ask you something in Afrikaans? I don't want to if this up.
Ja?
Kan jy en Mango en al die groot manne ons almal deurvat en presies vir ons wys presies hoe moet ons hardloop. Wat het ons moet doen en julle moet ons praat dat ons kan sien hoe dit voel en wat moet gebeur nie.
Yeah, for just one question. Did you do CI1, CI2 yet, or did you jump in with CI3?
1, 2 and 3 now.
Okay.
It's just in the terrain like this. I just want to see what you guys do. And I just want to.
Just fine, no problem. Who do we have here? We have Sykes, we have Mango, we have Timbo, Bang. We can quickly do a 5-man section and just show you what we do basically when we move into the terrain. That's perfectly fine. I mean, I do understand it's quite difficult. If you only done one round of CI, you wouldn't have all the ins and outs of it, and the more you join these type of courses, the more you will learn about it. Mango, the question was whether we can quickly, like the more experienced guys, can we quickly show them how we move into the forest line and how we would advance to that point. Yeah. So basically take up a line behind us, and then you can see what we're doing. Is that fine?
Yes.
Okay, so let me just stand over here and see who we have. Sykes, come over here, please.
Sykes is happy nie. Die goeie blaas.
Yeah.
Back.
Ducktail, yeah.
Hydrux. Right, how many have we got? Okay. One, 2, 3. We got 6 or 5.
Yeah. So we've
That's
got
all
6.
Okay, right. Let's go diamond
So
then,
I'll
and we'll
go with
get.
Roger.
So Sykes, lead scout, you push. Lava, you stay left. Bang, you go right. Dak and Hydrux, where's Timbo? Timbo? Right, okay, let's go. Let's go. Nice and easy, nice and easy, nice and easy.
Nice and easy, okay.
Ja, ons gaan te vinnig. Maar kyk daar hardloop lava ook, laat dit kak.
Agter in cover in. In cover in.
Want hy vat point. Hy vat point.
Nee, Sykes vat point.
Oh wow.
Hydrux, come on. Sykes, you're a bit advanced, just wait for us, go firm.
Yeah, let's go firm there.
On your 6.
Okay, hold it, yeah. Moving up.
Okay, Sykes is the point man, so we work off his bearing.
Moving.
Nou sien, dit maak sin.
Okay. Back to 6.
Ja, hulle beweeg van cover tot cover.
Flex is dependent on the available cover, guys. It's not rigid. Okay, so danger area ahead, yeah. We've got a ridge in front of us.
Yep.
Okay, Sykes, I'm coming to you.
I think Mango is die groot
Get
kopper.
two barrels up.
Ja.
Okay, Bang, you got right flank.
Maar hy het ook 'n groen berei.
Ja, hy het 'n groen berei, so hy is die most experienced.
Sien daar hulle formation verander, né? Dis van 'n diamond af na arrow.
Go to that rock, Sykes. I'm going to go this.
Nee, meer na extended line.
Ja.
Okay, northwest is clear. Northwest is clear. One enemy dead in front. Okay, let's go. Bang, push right slightly. Have a look down that hill. Okay. Northeast is clean. Okay, let's go into Arrowhead then. Sykes, you lead again. I'm on your right hand side. Bang, come back. You're exposed.
Let's shift right towards this.
Bang, come back.
Daar breek hulle formation so 'n bietjie.
Yeah.
Nee, hulle verander nou weer na arrow. Hulle verander die hele tyd formation.
Here we go.
Sien mooi luister wat hulle sê.
Holding.
Okay, one enemy dead immediately front.
Holding. Just come on my right, my immediate 6.
336. Top of the hill is clear. No enemy visible.
Take my position, I'll move up.
PG, don't mind if I do.
Okay, go firm, Sykes. I'm coming to you.
Dis baie lelik.
Okay, just go firm. Sykes, just go firm. We're falling behind.
Hy hou heel op.
Okay, Bang, you're in good shape. Dak, you're in good shape.
Okay, holding.
Gis riding weg.
Okay, just scan for a bit, boys. North is clear. 010.
Southwest clear.
Northeast clear. Okay, everybody happy?
Roger.
Okay, let's go. Let's go again.
I heard twigs breaking on the left side somewhere.
Roger, go firm. Hold there.
Movement, enemy.
I get rid of fall.
Contact left. Let's go. Bang.
Contact left.
Dak, up you go. Pivot. Roger. Contact front.
Daar kyk hulle weer by jou voete.
Ek weet.
Contact front.
Nee.
Okay, this side.
Sal 'n RPG manier sit.
Ek het hom.
Ek wil een opgetel het, dis ek van nee. Ek wil
Anyone got eyes on?
Is that friendly smoke? Enemy smoke.
Ek wil die een kant terug voor die.
Roger, shall we push left?
Oppas, want hulle kan jou dalk dryp net oor daai.
Yep.
No, I'm
Dus kom ons nie dit
You go firm, we're going to push from the top.
Yes.
Right, Dak, Bang, get to that high ground, see if you can see down the valley. Roger. Sykes with me.
Hulle glo nie in patrone van enemies optel nie of gewere nie.
Okay, Lava, go firm.
I'm firm.
Jy moet op 'n jokkie.
I'm firm.
You see anything, Bang? To the west side, seems clear. Looking further left to the south side.
Jy moet net sorg dat jy agter 'n dik boom is.
Roger.
Nee, ek staan dit af vir jou, moenie worry.
Ek sien so. Maar jy is die bullet magneet. Ek hoor nie daarvan nie.
Agter jou staan is uit.
Okay, bang, don't go firm there. You're in my arc.
I mean southwest, sorry.
Enemies northwest. 313. Okay, west and southwest is clear. Northwest is clear.
Bert, jy druk voor hulle al.
Yep.
Jy staan
Southwest clear.
Ek try daar by hulle kom.
Access, let's get to the top of this hill.
Hy druk is
Back you go. Back you go.
Stick left of the hill.
Ja, as jy buddy systeem het, jy en jy en jou buddy
Okay,
bly saam.
Sykes, you stay there. Guys, go back to the right flank. Okay, let's go. Lava and Timbo, catch up on the left flank.
Ooh.
Ja,
Go firm there, Sykes, go firm.
Ajax, move up to me.
Roger.
Bert in 'n voor
Sorry
hulle.
man.
Hulle staan gestek.
Level with us, we'll go again.
Hydrix is daar, Bertie staan hier. En daar waar Timbo is waar lava is. Dit staan so tussen hulle twee.
Ja, ek stem saam.
Scanning your arcs,
Ek is
boys.
goed
Hoekom het die hele tyd so de mekaar is, want niemand vat lead nie, ons kort, elke keer moet ons maar lead maak en ons moet maar beerte maak om lead te vat.
Fucking Mango het like 30 jaar fucking experience.
Ja, ek weet, maar ek sê maar net, dit maak het 'n bietjie makliker, jy weet.
Ja,
Ek kan sien wat die verskil maak, as net om
Let's see if you can see anything from up
Like
there.
we only meet each other
I
like
am covering.
twice a week.
Slow down a bit, Sykes, slow down. Let me come to you.
But with
Lava, Timbo, push up, we've got a dog leg.
Ja.
Roger.
Okay, go firm on that rock.
Okay, just hold. There's a lot of concealment on your left. Just hold.
Roger.
Northwest clear. Okay, pond is in sight. I'm going to piss in it so the tea takes fire.
I want tea. Fuck, you're so mean.
Fucking tea. Okay, Sykes are retrieving water.
It's Yorkshire tea I want.
Trust me, you
Wow.
don't.
None of us actually got to the camp.
Right. Okay. Everyone regroup here at the water. Come here to the pond. Have a drink. Have a swim.
I shouldn't be swimming with an MG.
If only someone... Is anyone clipping this? This is quite funny.
I am clipping it, so I will post it in the media channel for us.
Hoe sorry, jy klere meneer?
Jesus Wolf.
Okay, there we go, boys. There we go.
Right, guys, line up. Line up here, boys, and come.
Sling your weapons, fellas. Take a knee.
Geen idee waar ek nou is.
Beweeg noordwes.
Nicholas, you hard, Mike?
Sien net vir hulle uit.
JP, was that helpful?
Yeah, very much. Thanks a lot.
Very much.
Okay, so
On our way back, guys.
I can't remember which section I was talking to,
I'll
where I said, I
debrief
think
now.
it was Timbo's section, it's probably section 2, where I said it's all about constant comms, yeah?
Yeah.
So there comes a point where your life is never quiet, especially when you're moving. Remember, this is not stealthy, we're not fucking Jason Bourne, Super Ninja, whatever. Even if you're moving relatively quietly, you are constantly talking to each other. Okay, look at this, I'm here. I'm in this position, I can see this, I can't see this, this is clear. You're not screaming and shouting at each other, you don't have a throat mic on, so even a little murmur will go through and everyone will hear it on the PRR, the personal roll radio. Alright, but it's never quiet. So the big difference between us and the difference between you guys is that you're so worried about what's going to happen next that you're silent. You agree?
Yes. Roger.
Yeah.
Roger,
And you're
sir.
thinking, and when you see the enemy, you're like, oh fuck, there's the enemy. Soon as you see any movement at all, rounds go down. They don't have to be aimed shots. That's your reaction to the enemy, yeah? You want to suppress him, you want to let everybody know where he is, and then the chat doubles 2 enemy here, he's on this direction. You've all got a compass at the bottom of your screen, which is a luxury you don't get, so you can give really accurate directional indications to people. And then it's talk. I'm moving here. Come with me. Stop. Slow down. Move to that cover. I'm on your left. I'm on your right. Yeah. Constant chat. So nobody ever gets out on a limb. Both sections had casualties where a guy was 10, 15 meters in front of them or in the wrong side of the smoke. That doesn't happen because his battle buddy and the rest of the guys in the formation are saying, psych, slow down, bang, go firm, move left, move to that rock on the right, I'm coming to you. Constant chat so they know where everybody is. Any questions?
No,
Negative stuff.
Negative, sir.
Okie doke.
You taught us now a good few lessons.
Well, when you come back for CI4 next week, that is your assessment. And you're going to take part. I mean, I hope you're all here because this is really good numbers. We can do all kinds of shit with you guys next week with this many. Instead of having one team going down the assault, we're going to have a big position for you to assault. So you're going to get to practice all of this.
Staff is on Thursday.
Is CI4 not evaluation, so we still need to do the other two before 4.
Yeah, you can still come to CI4. You'll get a chance to practice everything. You'll just have to come back and do it again when you've done the other 2. And you'll get a chance to do that before the jump, yeah?
Roger.
Before the end of the month.
Roger.
Lava, you got anything?
Yep, so just to do the question regarding what is... Nico, just please put off your mic. I don't like hearing myself twice. Thanks. Okay, so Jay Bravo, to your question regarding what is too far away, did you guys notice that we might have lost sight of Bang? So when I was on the far left, me and Hydrox, I couldn't necessarily see Bang, but I could see the person to my immediate right, and I could see the person to my immediate left, and so could everyone else in this formation. So as a formation, we did stay, stay in contact, stay in communication or whatever. But my battle buddy Hydrox, where is he now? Gone. Was with me the whole time, and we communicated while maintaining awareness of where the squad as an overall is moving, right? And we positioned ourselves so that our left flank, basically we were on the left flank protection, and we moved in such a way that the left flank was covered. Okay, so you stay in sight of your battle buddy, and then keep in mind where the rest of your squad is, and you guys move as a pair in conjunction with your squad. Okay. Did you also see that the formation wasn't fixed and firm? We basically adjusted to where the available cover was, where the terrain moved. So when there was a hill on the left, we basically held a bit longer on the left because we didn't want anyone popping over the ridge and taking us from the flank. Okay. Did that make more sense?
Yes, sir.
Roger stuff.
Yes, sir. Okay, cool. So the bad part is I think some of these guys that are standing here in front of you don't play much on the casual server nowadays because we have all these trainings and things to present. It would also benefit, obviously, if we do get you guys in casual and we play together. We would basically be playing in this fashion. So and then Molsum evenings, this is basically what you saw now. That's what we expect of you guys during Molsums.
Roger.
Yeah, don't have kids, guys. It messes with your armor time.
Very important lesson.
Yep.
That's CI5. How to put a Johnny on.
Thanks for the demonstration.
You're welcome.
problem,
Thank you
boys.
for your time, staff.
You're
Mango.
welcome.
And
Send
the
some
other one.
biltong.
Throw over some biltong. Maybe some
Yeah.
flatties as well.
That works for me.
Okay, thanks guys. You're welcome to hop off. I'm just going to quickly have the chat with the DS staff and then see you guys next time.